Alright. And we're here. Well, there it is. I'm going to pass that around for you guys. This is our weekly Dungeons & Dragons game called Chronicles of the Coast. Our adventure takes place in the setting of Waterdeep in a published adventure from Wizards of the Coast. The adventure that they have published, we are moving into the setting of Dungeon of the Mad Mage, away from Dragon Heist. Once again, our story is different. We take place in the same setting, the same people, the same sights and sounds, but our adventure goes parallel and alongside with what is published in the book. So anybody who is at home and would like to play, you'll see some things familiar in your home game, sights and sounds. Might be a couple of secrets, but for the most part, our story is going to be independent. So no real game-breaking spoilers, hopefully. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a quick recap on where we've been. Our players came together in the city of Waterdeep, and they have grown attached to a location under their now ownership called the Rosethorn Theater. The Roseland, on Rosethorn Alley. It's been a little while. Anyways, our players have gone on a bit of an adventure, and they have come back to their home, having saved a friend, robbed a wizard's vault, traveled the lands, stopped evil monsters, and had laughs and sad times and everything in between. Moving forward, we did do a little bit of a special game last week that involved 5 characters that nobody knows how they really tie in right now. They are going to tie into the story going forward. And that's going to be fun to see. So if you are interested in mysteries and plot development, well then you get to see what a tangled web I weave. As for my players, I think that they may or may not have something to say, but once we get back to it, here's the setting, you guys. We're going to come back to the night of. You have left the vault of Manchun, weapons and belongings in hand. You have, it's morning of, after.
Yeah.
So, some of you have the surprise of now learning that the items that you have gotten are in fact cursed. Some of the curses will be obvious right away. Some of the curses you might not find out about until later. However, the items are in your possession, so the curse has taken hold. We're going to jump to that morning of, and I'm going to let you guys tell us about yourselves.
Everybody. This is Grim Timbers, played by me, Daniel. We got into it the last time. We had quite a row with was it a simulacrum of a terrible wizard, and
this is awful.
Yeah. And anyways, Grim is a rock gnome, level 5 divination wizard, just starting to come into his own a little bit. Here in another level, for those of you that are interested in this kind of stuff, I'm going to be getting some really cool, fun abilities. So, not a lot to update game-wise. Grim is locked in the basement. Well, not yet. We'll see. That brings us to Sunday.
Sunday Plenty, Rick Taylor. Just got my 3rd level of Rogue. That makes Sunday an assassin with a couple levels of fighting behind her. She's acquired herself a new icky, nasty little knife that she's not quite sure of yet. She's glad to be back in the theater. Fall is back home with us. Tired. Plenty's tired. How about you, Ben?
Play Finn Littlement. I am John Wallace, and I've gotten this sweet new loot called the Canolith Mandolin. And now that I've got this, I've become even more powerful with even more utility spells. More bards, OP. Yeah, right. sooner or later, I plan on getting my lore secrets, and then I'll be reunited with my best friend Kiri.
What's a Kiri?
In front of me,
What's a
Cole.
Kiri?
Hi, I'm Cole. I got some really cool new bands of defense, but they also do some pretty cool stuff. They call it the Cast Iron Fortification. They give me some armor class, which I don't need, but they make me warm all the time. It's really cool. And they smoke when I'm around dwarves.
Nice.
It's really awesome.
That's awesome.
And that's it. No curse, as far as I know.
This is really rude to dwarves.
Yeah.
Just like it's non-smoking every time you walk in.
Out of character, you're going to see Cole go through a major change. He has been speaking very caveman-like, but because of his recent experiences with the party, he's going to start doing a little different mannerisms. So if you're interested in voice acting and stuff, I'm going to be changing it a bit. Back to Cole. Cole so far has a wicked Krampus demon tattoo on one arm.
Nice.
Some killer Asimir wings on my back, and now he's going to have a Manchun gauntlet on his other arm to signify his 3 major victories so far. I'm a guardian, ancestral guardian, barbarian. I am in it for protection and not for raging death. So I rage to protect. It's interesting.
Right.
So we're back at the theater.
That's why we love Cole.
So, dawn breaks, Fala back in their home and comfortable, surrounded by friends. Fala had to make a little bit of a choice, a moral obligation. Fala, as being a warforged from another realm, is only 6 years old, has the mindset and spirit essentially of a child that was put into a machine that was built for war. Saved by their friends, Fala is now here home at the Roseland and takes right back up to routine. Wakes up early. Finn Littlemint has an apprentice named Harlan Queensby. And Harlan, being the apprentice cook and baker, gets up early with Fala. The two of them have begun cooking. Fala likes to set the table, get the fires going, and keep the place operational. Harlan gets to work on making the day's morning bread and breakfast fare. You all woke to the fantastic and comfortable feeling of friends back at home. The fire, the warm hearth, the smell of food, the comforting sound of winter rain pitter-pattering against the glass of the windows, and that's when I think Sunday you probably would notice your affliction first.
Okay.
You get up, you feel fine, same as ever, but you go about your morning routine, and you notice that your body has taken on the desiccated and rancid appearance of a rotted corpse.
So,
Like yellowy.
my first appearance is when I sit down for the morning in front of my vanity mirror. And that's when I notice my eyes are just like glazed over and white, like eggs.
Like,
Right, and I'm just
Fly
thinking there's
buzzing
something in my face, and then I look down at my hands, and then my veins are all blue and bony, and I scream. Bloody murder. Cole!
Yeah, Cole's in about a couple seconds.
What?
Accent hit. I'm totally naked.
Pointing at the mirror. I'm pointing at the mirror. Of course, the first thing you see is the rotted corpse of a zombie pointing at a mirror.
That's right,
Intelligence check. Do I try and kill? Yeah. Okay. Good job, Cole.
Oh, what's wrong?
The mirror's at.
It's the mirror curse.
It's not the mirror.
God.
Only,
I grabbed something and I grabbed my sheet off my bed and it's wrapped like a ghost over there. No. Like, oh my god.
I'll go get help.
Oh
Stay
my
here. I run downstairs.
I'm just sitting there rocking back and forth.
Timbers.
Early.
Timbers, you wake up to the sound of screaming in the house.
Bloody murder.
And although you feel comfortable and warm, the fire's going, you smell the food. The screaming is, of course, unsettling. You recognize right away that it is your friend Sunday in her chambers elsewhere in your guys' theater house.
I reach for my glasses.
As you do so, you feel your glasses on your hand. You go to put them on your face, but they kind of pull awkwardly. They seem to be stuck between your hand and your face. You pull up and off, and they immediately magnetize to the other side. You put your hand over on the table, and a few coins left on a nightstand slide across, attached to yourself. And a bit of a panic, and you stand up, and your feet touch the ground, and you look around. And the various tools that you use with to tinker and build, cogs and bolts and screws and other bits of iron and other non-ferrous metals, all kind of seem to attract you and begin piling up onto your skin. It's only a matter of seconds before your feet have taken on the crusty appearance of metal objects and trinkets.
Can I move?
Get pennies for
Oh, you can move fine.
It's like the sticky bandits.
I'm like racing my thoughts right now, trying to figure out what it is that could be causing this, and my eyes land on the ring. Is it doing anything?
No.
Meanwhile, you're still hearing me scream.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm coming! Come.
It is painful to walk, as some of the bits of trinkets and detritus of your room have been screws and nails. So you have to try and shuffle a little bit.
Ow.
You shuffle this way and that, trying to keep the bottoms of your feet clear.
You got hard gnome feet.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what I was talking about. Harry. Anyways, yeah, I go to my door and I try to head over to Sunday's room to see what's going on.
That's
Making
great.
your way there.
Up
And
the stairs.
Finn, how about yourself?
Oh God, it's too early. Oh God, Gotha, why? It's too much. Too much drinking.
I was gonna be like, is she next to you in bed?
Oh shit.
Right?
Harlan. Oh, it's Harlan. Coffee, Harlan. I'm looking for coffee. Harlan. All right, I put my hand on the rail and start walking up like this.
Up the rail you go.
Slowly, the rest of you convene. Fala follows along as well. And you get to the chambers that Sunday has been using as her residence. You open the door, and in front of you is a ghost.
Yeah.
Although more of the cartoonish, childlike ghost of a floating sheet standing in the center of the room, and a naked half-orc, pale green ass.
Someone needs to get a cleric.
Go!
Don't come near me!
What?
Don't come near me, it could be contagious!
Go!
It could be contagious!
Clothe yourself!
Okay, alright. I turn around and run into my room. Put on my kilt. Come back out.
Yeah.
And as you walk,
It's the same. It's the same. Like, he just runs over you and, like, touches your shoulder. Oh, God. Is that better? What was that? Snake?
Yeah, there's no
I feel like a
difference.
python.
Have you? Is that how you voice? Is that what you voice for?
Yeah.
How has this never happened before?
Anyway, more importantly.
Fala looks at the rest of you and is like, we have another ghost. I don't like ghosts.
Yeah.
Not a ghost.
We're all-
Haunted again.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting to do this
me,
forever.
Paula.
Sunday Platini. Ah! What is that?
Don't
What's
come near
wrong?
me.
Why do you look terrible?
Give me that.
Don't do that again.
I wrap it around. I don't know. I woke up this way.
There
I'm
must be
just
some,
shaking.
There's got to be some common thread that ties all this together.
What?
What?
My mom.
I feel great.
I'm a little hungover right
Oh
now.
my god.
What did you drink? Never
I
mind.
love my
Son,
mommy.
How much is that
did you
wine
just
left?
wake up like
I
that?
did. I woke up, seen the mirror, and screamed.
Oh
Oh my god.
God.
You smelled awful.
I just
It's
rub
gross.
it in.
Oh, I thought that was me.
Your skin, it's so yellowy.
It's
Don't
like
touch.
it's like
Back off.
Like I press my finger onto like her arm, and it leaves like a bruise.
Yeah.
Like,
It
like
stays
the blood
colored
pools. Yeah, like it just pools where that is, right?
Yeah.
Her elbow like cracks. And she's like, quit.
Despite how terrible her condition looks and how desiccated of a corpse she appears to be, nothing leaves any traces on your hands. As if
It's not like waxy.
She feels like you would expect Sunday to feel normally,
Oh, like human.
like
Not
alive.
oozing.
Looking over her real quick,
Got this.
give me a simple medicine check.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like this is.
I'm just looking in the
This is
mirror.
like human. Natural 20.
Nice. So you immediately start investigating. First thing you do is you grab her wrist. You feel for a pulse. There is a pulse. You do a couple of other things. You try your best to get Sunday to look at you, so you can look her in the eyes. But her eyes seem non-responsive to light. Everything that you do, she checks out as alive. You can sense breathing and everything, but it's as if there is some. It's as if there is a powerful illusion cast over her to make her appear and smell like she is dead.
I'm not dead, right?
Yeah, you're not dead. It's some kind of illusion, but it doesn't explain the smell. Like, son, did you shit yourself?
I don't know. Never done that before. This is new. No?
Grim attempts
No?
to cast Identify. I try to grab my beholder beater.
Holding it in one hand, you can feel a pull from the metal as you adjust your arcane focus as you typically do, but there's this just awkward pull to it. You've seen magnets, you know magnets, you sense that everything around you is magnetized to you. You even test out a couple of things. You like pick up a coin, things off that have attracted to you so far, and you kind of try to drop it, but it just flops up at defying gravity. You try your best to like throw it up, shake your hand a little bit. A couple of the more lighter objects will fly off in random directions, but some of the heavier ones just adhere to you.
Finn, get this take this crap off me, Finn.
I go about it. Just one by one. Like barnacles, basically.
Like removing ticks. So you cast Identify. You the object that you cast it on is.
I cast it on some. Give me your knife, Plenty. And I cast it on her knife.
Okay. That takes you 1 minute, I believe. Correct?
10 minutes ritual.
Ivory handle.
I think it's a 1 minute ritual.
Is it?
You just cast it.
It is a 1 minute ritual.
1 minute ritual. Sweet.
Identify. So
Actually,
1 minute cast, and it's a 10-minute ritual.
you know what? Fine. First, I'm gonna cast it on the weapon.
I'll just set it on the table.
it's a 1 minute cast, whether you do it as a ritual or just a regular cast.
Right.
Maybe I should hold on to it.
But you touch an object while casting the spell, and it gives you the properties and how to use the item that you are identifying.
I learn whether any spells are affecting it and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
So your spell returns to you. What does it look like when you cast a spell? As you're casting Identify, give me a description.
Grim actually pulls out a small circlet of wood. I thought we were gonna have more time, so I would have had this prepared, but I'm not giving it up. And knowing that he can't touch any metal, he inscribes like a little rune on it, and he casts Identify on the blade.
You can have more of those because that's cool.
It's like double-sided.
Sweet.
I got one. That is really cool, man.
You cast Identify. It returns to you what you kind of already knew about the dagger. You guys had done some checks on them before back in the vault when you had stolen it from the Archmage Manchun. That it is in fact a very special dagger with a very special history. but it does not return any facets of a curse to you. It doesn't necessarily mean that it isn't cursed. It just means that this particular curse is not easily identified.
Any like necromantic auras coming off of it? Is the blade itself necromantic? Does the damage it does?
The damage that it does is actually poisonous.
It's poisonous.
Yeah. But it's not returning any knowledge of a curse.
Okay.
There might be other people and places in the city, other things that you can do to validate on whether or not it is cursed. It's actually fairly common for a curse to be able to escape an identify spell.
So frustrated, I cast the spell again a second time, except this time I cast it on Sunday herself.
Doing so, yes, actually, you do see that she is under the effect of a spell, and you are able to identify that this is, this time, a curse. You're intuitive enough that you can pretty much put two and two together, in that this curse showed up the night or the morning after acquiring this dagger. She's under a form of curse which is a very potent illusion spell that would take somebody with very good observation to know that it is in fact an illusion. The illusion is so strong that it covers and reacts to the environment around it, and you're not necessarily sure how to end it off of that, but you sense that it is a very powerful curse.
Okay.
One that could be resistant to the remove curse spells.
Okay.
The kind of curse that such curses and spells have such a powerful amount of energy put into them when they are created that they kind of transcend that. Almost like the curse on the object itself is a lot like destroying the phylactery of a lich, that the curse can only be removed when a very specific set of circumstances exist.
Okay. Careful not to approach any stray pieces of metal, I begin pacing in a tight back and forth formation, muttering to myself, mumbling things in Gnomish, and he's like shaking his head, no, like, Cole, come here. And I cast Identify on Cole.
I pick up my dagger.
And I grab his arms, not his bracers.
Clever.
Girl.
Yes, you detect that Cole is under the effects of a curse. Cole is in fact actually under the effects of a curse that no matter what he does,
Cole doesn't know.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not gonna.
No matter what he does, his actions cannot directly kill someone.
Oh no.
No. This is. Come here, Finn. Come here, buddy.
Casting Identify again, you sense a curse, a powerful curse.
Yeah. Kumbaya, my Finn.
A similarly powerful curse placed upon Finn, where every dawn, upon the second that the sun rises, he will forget everything up until the point he was cursed.
Would it be in effect at this point? Like,
No,
so would I be cursed at this point?
you are cursed at this point. However, up until falling asleep the night before, you're cursed to not remember.
Yeah. This is day one on Groundhog Day.
It is called the Groundhog's Curse.
So tomorrow you're gonna wake up with a hangover,
And check
falling
my
out of bed
freaking
again,
pulse.
basically. Okay, sorry. Anyways,
What did you learn?
oh, this is gonna be. I wonder if it's a fair. I wonder if there's anybody. I wonder if how can we know? I'm gonna have to check everybody.
Grim, what did you learn?
We're all cursed. You.
I'm not cursed. That's cursed. Dude, look at this. I throw a piece of metal at him.
Hey, let me try that. I got an earring off
No,
my belly.
You need
I
to
throw it over there though.
Grim, I'm fine. Look at me, dude. I got like nothing wrong with me.
Give Jesse some of that too if you want.
You know what? I'm not gonna. I won't. You're not gonna know what you'll know tomorrow. Or you won't know. Anyways.
The fuck
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I have that dice back?
But you, Cole.
It's stuck to him.
When the time comes for you to swing your for you to kill, you won't. You can't.
Like, even like an animal?
Do you? No. I thought we'd buy her. Does he kill her? Does he hunt for her? Is that where we get the?
I haven't been hunting in a while.
Is this super literal? Like, if we pull out like a piece of grass, like, and it dies because of this, will like stop him? I want to see this. Actually, yeah.
Go pick that flower, Cole.
Hey, Cole, go pick those grapes.
Cole,
No.
Cole now has a great he can't kill houseplants at all.
Yeah. Like, hold on, I catch a fly there. Cole, can you crush this?
He couldn't hurt He can't hurt a fly.
Wrapped up in my sheet, all you see is my eyes. Cole, I'll kill for you.
Burka.
Yeah. Oh my God! Sunday, you gotta get a cloak or you gotta get your jacket.
Sonny, can you wear a mask from now on? Like,
Yeah.
I don't mean to be
Finn.
but
I've got some.
How
I can
dare
make
you.
some. Oh, my instruments! God, I'm not gonna be able to make. What are we gonna? How are we gonna fix this? There's.
I seem fine, guys. Like, I don't really care. I mean,
There's.
I seem like I can live.
We should go
Well-
see Gotha right away.
Yeah.
She'll know.
There's
Getting dressed.
there's
Get out,
legends.
everybody out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that,
get dressed.
some of these magical
Figure this
curses can
out.
be broken with a process, not with a spell.
Alright. So much for retiring into the theater business. Let's go get something to eat.
Yeah.
I'm just complaining that we just want one night's sleep without nothing happening. Someone trying to kill us. Just loudly venting as I'm getting dressed, cleaning myself up. That's like
I wait till everyone leaves Sunday's room for a second, and then I pull out the pouch of 6,000 gold. Sunday, we'll make it out of this. I just
Yeah.
want you to see we're doing good work.
right on.
I'm like
We'll
just
stash that
outside the
gold
door.
I keep walking.
I was like, Grim, leave!
His ears against the door.
Strength roll.
Wait. Grim can feel it through the door. It's the magnetism.
He's using power.
No, I'll go hide the whole
Yes.
amount in my secret space
Cool.
until it comes time to what we're gonna do with that.
See, we can lock our door besides our own doors.
So what is Harlan cooking today?
What is Harlan cooking today?
Hungry.
I think eggs are on the menu. That's it. Like eggs, maybe hash browns. They got potatoes still, right?
A nice basic fare. Harlan has served
Yeah.
up a delicious omelette du fromage.
Where's he getting the cheese, huh?
Cheese is a year-round commodity.
We can get cheese.
Each year,
Oh yeah,
Alright.
cheese. That is a staple of Europe. That and bread. It's like the only thing Europeans could have.
There goes our whole fan base from Europe right there. Just like,
Oh, they say we can only have cheese.
You're kidding? We have like twice as many subscribers from France right now.
Americano.
Damn Yankees.
Grim has to have like a protein shake because he can't.
So I get ready and I squirt myself with
A
some
spoon
rose
or
scented
anything.
perfumes that I have, and I've got gloves on.
And Grim sits
and
at the
a
table.
whole thing going on, and all you can see is just like my eyes. I got a scarf wrapped around.
just
and
those
I got
milky
like
white
I'll
eyes.
be eating like this.
Sunday looks like
I'm just sitting there.
the Invisible Man
Invisible
from the
Woman.
movies, just wrapped up everywhere with a coat on over the top of that. And
Yes.
you all sit down to have your breakfast. Omelets for today, a nice rye toast along with it, and Harlan has served a delicious thick winter beer to go and wash it down. along with some winter type of foods. There is a squash type of curry. Yeah. Anyways,
Weird.
Squash
Thanks.
curry.
well, they do things a little differently from where Harlan's
Yeah, like
from.
Have some more of that
curry,
alcohol.
beer, and eggs omelet with cheese.
That's a peasant's fare.
I'll take like 4 servings of that alcohol.
He's experimenting.
Yeah, Cole's done with the food before anyone else really has a bite.
Yeah.
Like, more.
Grim sits down and like you see the tables and silverware start to like kind of shake and shudder.
Grab mine. I hold on to it.
I'll go.
We'll get some wooden somewhere, don't worry.
I'm like, I back my
Where's
chair
Paula?
way up, away from the table.
Where's Paula
I'm
at?
just like sitting there, like trying to balance my plate on my leg, and it keeps like sliding this way and that way.
The whole time Follows with you. Follow likes to sit down at the empty bowl and go through the motions with you. It helps Follow kind of feel like part of the group.
I kind of look at Graham and look at Paula and kind of look at Graham and see if we can kind of connect on what's going on. He may need some new forks and stuff.
I know, Sunday. I can't go near him. Are you trying to say that I can't get close to Falla? Because I get it.
No, I wanted to help you, but I didn't really want to say it out loud because I got my own shit going on over here.
Well, I can't. I can barely. I can't tell what you're. If you're making.
Harlan's got
facial
wood
Make
expressions
some,
under
make
there, I
some
can't
wooden
see.
silverware for you.
You finish your morning. You finish your morning fare, and I believe I heard you wanted to go see Gotha.
Yeah.
Gotha, the half orc who runs Far and Away Goods, the
grab a
local
coin.
pawn shop.
Pair off.
A connoisseur of more than just a material.
We do need to decide how much money we're bringing.
We gotta bring it all, because we gotta go pay everybody.
Yeah. All.
Hey, I take this coin and stick it on its edge. Watch this.
How much are we bringing?
Rolls.
Hey, we need to have a real discussion about this.
I don't know about how much gold is there. I give all my money to my sweet treasurer, so I believe in him.
Well, I could. We're.
I do wish, though, that we could pay them off equal fair shares, though.
Okay. So you want to be straight up about it?
Yep.
I say we hold on to the platinum and then split everything else.
I mean, as long as even Steven, whatever. You guys, everybody want that? Even though they're one of the ones that got cursed.
That's kind of how I. That's.
So what's
that's
the
kinda
take?
How,
How many?
that's kind of how I feel, Cole.
How many's in?
We're gonna need a lot of money to have any chance of breaking these curses.
So we
You
got
just wait.
4.
I'm not
7
cursed. You
others?
guys are cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Your curse doesn't make you stupid.
Sunday's
That's just permanent.
Sunday's affected by
Did I
a
say that out loud?
powerful illusion spell thing. You think you survived?
Yeah, I think I'm perfectly
I
fine.
think you're perfectly.
There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with Cole.
I think there's
Until,
something wrong.
until he proves that he can't kill something, I don't believe it.
You want to
Cole,
put your
kill,
neck out?
kill him.
Fake news.
Just kill him right now.
Put your
Yeah,
neck
you know
out?
what? I'll do it right now.
That's real.
Fucking do it.
Nah, I don't want to do this. What if I'm wrong?
So how many people we got to split this? In?
Hey, you know, you still got 6,000.
I think
If I
it's
die, you still
six
got
ways.
1,000 to pay off
6
the
ways.
players.
Something like that.
So without 1,000 gold,
Okay, let's. Is that counting the platinum?
You
not
told
counting.
them.
it's all of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, whatever. That
Okay.
just means we'll still have 4,000 total for us.
Hmm?
We're splitting it 6 ways.
Not that way.
No.
No, that kind of 6.
No.
We count as 1.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah, all the business owners
Gotcha.
go with the
Oh, that's right. That's right.
so it's only 1,000.
I hope you didn't weren't in it for the money Sunday.
But you know the potions and everything, they
We got-
probably equal
we got a
out
meeting.
1,000 piece each. What?
You have a meeting.
We're-
Ask them how
we're-
much
okay.
they need. That seems like it's the most reasonable.
It could be a community fund. Yeah. Okay. So the first step is to go see Gotha.
Let's
I
go see
mean,
Goku.
while
yeah.
we're... Yeah.
Let's leave the money at the theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go to Gotha.
We gotta pay for these bags, though, don't we?
Yes, you do. Okay. You make your way to Gotha. So, Gotha, the half-orc, purveyor of far and away goods. The calm and collected, always placid, never impressed Gotha leans on her counter, seems to be picking at her nails. The door swings open, lets in the cold winter breeze, and you step in.
I'd like to retcon that because I remember her saying, I was impressed that you guys made it back and pulled this off.
He's just saying general air about her.
Oh, Gotha.
I look at her picking her nails and God, I miss that.
She looks up at all of you,
I keep my distance.
looks back down. What in the nine hells happened to you?
You don't want to know. I don't want to talk about it.
Business?
Talk about it.
Mister, I'm okay. You're the one who wanted to to talk to her.
Oh, okay. I'll hash this out fairly then. Gotha. I'm not exactly what our full take was, but my friends are a little afraid that we are not going to have enough money to pay everybody back, and I need to know how much everybody wants.
Fair take.
Exactly.
What do you consider a fair take?
To me, I consider divvying it up evenly.
I'm not known for my generosity, but you keep the secrets coming in and keep feeding me information that I can sell. I will split with the other shopkeepers half of what you guys brought in.
How much do they need? Like the other shopkeepers?
Different shops do different.
I remember.
Everybody contributed in some way or another.
Exactly.
You take half of what you got, we'll take the other half, and I will split it evenly with them.
And the items?
What items? Anything I can sell?
The
the
bags
one-
of holding.
The ones you gave us.
Those items. I do expect you either return them or you pay me for them.
How much do you want for the two of them?
I've got a.
Well, this is water deep, and bags of holding are kind of common for being uncommon. 250 each.
That is a steal, Gotha.
Everybody and their mother has a bag of holding around here. I know a few noble ladies who keep it as a little clutch purse. Holds half as much as a bag of holding, but still fashionable.
Gotha, I don't need you to demean me. I'm
You're
just
into that
saying,
sort of thing.
though, I'm very thankful of that.
Look, if you want to buy a
Yes,
bag of
this is
holding
cheap.
clutch, I can sell one to you.
I'm just saying. Thank you.
Okay.
We'll
Well,
send
God.
that. We can have
Thank
the
you.
gold sent over.
I've got this potion of invisibility we didn't use.
Yeah.
I've got a little
Can we
clutch.
sell it?
I'm gonna give it back.
Yeah.
I got a clutch of holding if you want. 150 gold for you. Sell it to you. It only holds coin. That's the gimmick. But it will hold up to 10,000 coins.
Ooh.
Damn.
That seems pretty good, guys.
Yeah.
Like, can
The
we-
only drawback is you look like an utter tool while you hold a little clutch in your hands and you put your coins in there like an old woman.
I'll do it.
All right.
We've got this
Awesome.
this potion of
Fits you,
invisibility.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't sell that to you.
But who did?
It was
It was the Tiefling. Tiefling woman.
yeah.
You've forgotten about Talandriel, the
Talandriel, the moon.
I'm sorry, I wasn't quick enough to grab my notebook.
The moon
out.
elf. Yeah.
But you'll be sure and give her her cut, so it's basically ours.
Okay.
Okay. So in total, we owe you 700 right now, and then the half of the cut.
So
Wait, you want a third bag of holding?
No, I got the clutch. It's 150, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the third one.
I thought each one of the bags cost 200 and something.
250 each, so that's 500, and then you want a third one for 750. That's what you just said, 750.
I thought the clutch
It
was
was
150.
no, it is.
Oh, was it 150?
Yeah, the clutch
Well,
is
either way, so you want to buy the third one.
it makes it 650 for all of it.
650.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll return with the money. So in total, I'll bring back 3,650.
Yeah.
It's not a bad take to sit on your ass.
Hey, I helped.
Yeah.
How far do you think you'd make it without all the people who helped out here?
We wouldn't have made it at all.
Whoa. I didn't get to kick this off really quick, but can we form an alliance? Like us and our marketplace? I feel like we already look out for each other. It seems like it would be sensible for all of us to be under the same banner.
I'm not gonna speak for the other shopkeeps, and I'm here if you need me, but I'm more of a free agent. I've always been a sword for hire.
Okay, well, I'm just saying we're offering protection for free, basically, because you're all part of our group.
I'm here if you need me. Short stack.
Well, if you, now that you,
They're pancakes.
now that you silver dollars,
I'll excuse myself here.
now that you
Get a
mention
little
it,
purse with
Goka,
you.
we could use a little bit of help. You see, we got into a little bit of trouble while we were, or at least I did.
I'm unaffiliated. I don't know you. If the guard comes asking, I didn't help you at all.
No. It's nothing like that. We've been cursed.
Go on.
And as I like lean in as I do it, like a little too closely.
Go on.
Coins start.
Tell me more.
The coins start flying out of her cash
I
register.
I start reaching towards like the nearest like loose buckle or something on her like piece of armor or something like that, just to like show her what happened.
A few links of the chainmail kind of like twitch and like move, like they're trying to reach out for you.
I'm like, wow. I'm magnetic, and I don't know if you can tell or not, but she doesn't smell good, and she looks even worse.
Curse or a blessing. Think of all the loose change you're gonna find when you sit on a noble sofa.
Oh my god. We should just send you on the bus.
Yeah, Grim, you can put it in his little coffer purse now. Whatever that thing, clutch.
They don't need any help, any ideas. They've been talking like that all day.
Well, humans to me have always smelled bad, so I don't know what that is. It's like a mixture
I
of...
take off my glove. I'm like,
Oh, good God! What the hell? What in the nine hells
I
is
look at her
that?
eyes.
That's what I've been trying to say.
They look like eggs. They look like.
So do you know anyone that can that might be able to help us break a curse?
Put my glove back on.
She just made a constitution check.
I'll ask around.
Cool.
I'm like, you don't have to be rude.
Fume?
Yeah. I'm like,
So intimidating.
Right?
that's gonna leave a mark.
I'll get the gold to the other vendors. Everyone who had their part. I'll ask around for you. Any more secrets you got to sell? What'd you see in there? What was really going on?
Spectacular, actually, now that we think about it.
Oh, can we drop that, what we know about Manchun?
If you want us to sell some secrets, then we're gonna sell. Maybe knock off some from the 600 and that, because we have a whopper.
Look, maybe I'll spend all day looking to help you with your curse. Maybe I'll take a weekend first.
Maybe she could help us with the curse now.
Yeah, I don't want to look like this, Grim.
I mean, I'm good, guys. I mean, there's nothing wrong with me at all. Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It sucks to be you guys, though. You got totally cursed.
Manchun, Lord of the Zentarum, is not only active again in Waterdeep, but he may very well have ascertained the identity of several masked lords.
Do you have any names?
Mert, the moneylender.
Not much of a surprise. He's never really hidden his secret.
Well, that's what we have.
All right. I'll get to work. I'll see you tomorrow. Something about Manchun. Nothing better than that.
Manchun 5.
Nothing to get this old gal's blood going. Come on.
I mean,
We could have come back afterwards.
We may have taken Ursula Floxton out of the picture
Oh yeah, it was a simulacrum.
when the compound got raided. What are they called?
The simulacrum.
No, when we raided the compound.
Oh, the.
All right. If you think of anything else, you go ahead and let me know. You scratch your back, you scratch mine.
We'll put our we'll put our heads together.
All right.
We'll have Harlan send the money over.
Harlan? We're not sending Harlan.
I'll bring it back.
Oh yeah, that's probably not a good.
I'm not that busy.
Oh, why?
That man's got a child.
Right.
So you all leave, and you go about your business. The gold makes it to the other shopkeepers who had their part in the heist. Gotha, true to her word, puts in some effort, and over the course of a month,
Cole gets tattooed.
Wait, one last thing for that. As soon as we leave out of Gotha's house, I'm like, guys, we're already riding this like success train. I figure we should probably introduce ourselves to the Open Lord at some point, like soon, like very soon, so that we could state our case, know that we know that she's getting weaker, she's losing her powers.
Oh.
That's
That
what-
was the big secret.
Yeah. Maybe Gotha knows more than she lets on, but
I was that scene.
I didn't want to let that ace go up because I didn't want to just screw
Good thing
over
you
her
held on.
contacts.
Well, I
with
trust
Open
Gotha,
Lord.
but she's very opportunistic. I don't. That's a big secret.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
Keep
know
that
if we
one.
can trust that.
Can we even
Better.
go see the Open Lord? I mean,
That's not worth a clutch of holding.
a clutch of holding. This
I'm
one right
sure
here.
that she holds an audience.
Yeah, it's got a little like cat on it.
Yeah, eating a biscuit or something.
Yeah, yeah, a little cat biscuit. It's
somebody
super
please
cute.
make that prop.
It's got like one paw.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
I
go
kinda
right
like
away.
that.
We'll go introduce ourselves.
To the Open Lord.
Yeah, let's go right now.
All right. Start running.
I'm not going anywhere looking like this. No can do. No.
You probably met him anyways.
Maybe.
I mean,
Yeah, that doesn't look like this.
I've already.
if I could only get in
Horrible.
contact with my Harper
Stink.
contact, then I'm sure they'd probably just tell the Open Lord.
What if you wrote him one of those little birdie letters?
That'd work. Let's do that. Unless it gets intercepted, and then everybody finds out that the Open Lord has died.
They burned
And
they
Ixnay
they
saying
burned the
anything else,
ash.
Oh, okay. I won't say that loud anymore.
They don't you can't if the person who it's sent for doesn't open it burns.
All right. I quickly go to Hilda's. I just run past everybody, and I remember that I have no money on myself. And when I start explaining to her that I need this piece of paper to contact somebody very important, she just doesn't understand. And she's like, "Well, I need money," and I'm just like, "I need it now, Hilda. I need it now."
Hilda, when you're there, she looks at you like in a panic, and I was like, I really want to help you.
I'm not even
I
going to
gotta-
look at her once I get there.
These books are out of order. And she kind of just leaves, and she goes about sorting her books, and she's like, I'm sorry, I want to help, I can't, I gotta fix this.
Cole eventually walks in.
Yeah.
I've got some gold. What do you need?
I just need a piece of paper.
How much?
How much are they? 10 gold.
2 gold, I think.
It was 2.
Okay.
So
Down 2. We got it.
you get your origami bird out, you write your note, fold it up, and it flies off towards your contact.
Follow it. So you can track them down.
A series of skill checks.
Start flying. It starts hovering through walls. It goes under the sewer. It looks like it knows.
It phases out.
All right. No. Anyway.
It takes off like a comet.
500 feet and then goes straight.
So. All right.
You have your note written. You've put out some information that you're waiting to try and talk to the Open Lord. However, you were turned away. They let you know that you don't have an appointment and you're just not allowed to walk up to the Open Lord to go talk to them at your leisure.
Yeah. I wish our 2 noble friends would have told us that, but.
Yeah, we don't have the credibility, I guess.
Don't listen to me ever.
Well, I could. Well, let's go back to the.
I waited for you guys.
It is a hassle in of itself to even talk to the Master Lords or even the magistrates below them in case if you have something like a dispute with a serious crime charge. So you guys are put on a very long wait list. But you've made those efforts. A full month goes by, 30 days. You do get some replies back from your contact. Mert the Moneylender and Rimaldi Haventree both respond to you. If you have any questions, they answer them. They thank you for your knowledge. In fact, they even make sure that in the coming days, there is a knock at the door, and there is an orphan, not one you recognize, but someone, and they specifically ask for Finn Littleman. Finn, as you come downstairs and open the door, you look out and you see that this person is like, for all that you've done, and for everything that you will do, Sir Littlemint. And he hands you a bag. You open it up, and there is 100 platinum pieces inside, as well as a note that briefly describes on how you have moved up in the Harpers, and that your renown has increased. As well as there is a little bit of recognition that also comes from various other factions for the rest of you. The Zentarum, who are not working directly for Manchun, have officially recognized both Grim and Sunday.
Is it like game, like knows game, kind of? Like, it's like, oh yeah, good job up there. So like,
No, it's like house points for,
for Gryffindor.
Slytherin and Gryffindor.
Right.
You find out that the Zentarum have actually, despite everything going on and how the Zentarum are being hunted like a witch hunt, that some of them have remained operational. For the most part, it turns out that a member of the Doom Raiders was actually working for Manchun as a double agent.
Doom Raider.
It was Schemo.
Of course it was Schemo.
Of course it was Schemo.
I never met him.
You know what? There was something about his name.
Never met him.
They just maybe never sat right with me.
I don't know, man. That's a
Why wouldn't you trust a guy named Schemo?
Rhymes with primo.
People say that
So
about
during this month,
trust
can
a guy named
we
Grim?
put some money towards advertisement for our theater?
Yeah, what would you like to do to help your theater along?
Can we
So
paint?
Cole has the 73 bottles of wine that he stole. He'd like to stock up our wine
That would
cellar
help the old.
Fantastic.
and have them
Bar.
have it be sold.
Okay.
So like the best part is like I didn't even know that I sent the letter to the Woken Ward, and like they just showed up one day and they're like, here's some money.
Yeah. Finn wakes up one day. That's right. So Finn, you I forgot. I almost glazed over it. I'm so sorry.
I think
30
by
days
day 3 or
checking my
4, you have
pulse.
a method of keeping a journal.
But
Oh, come on.
Nope.
That's what I would.
I'm letting it ride.
Finn, you wake up.
Cole had started writing a journal for you.
Yeah, Grim is already.
And after a couple
Whatever,
days,
guys.
We're not gonna put up with that shit. No, no.
I'm sorry. I really. We can't just glaze over that. Finn, you wake up the next day.
we can't.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. You wake up the next day.
Great.
I was doing that build the whole time. I was like, I'm not crazy.
So sorry. You wake up the next day. You wake up to the sound of cooking.
Oh god. Oh, where's Gotha? Oh, my hangover.
Would you say nice?
Terrible. Oh god.
You make your way downstairs.
You don't even feel drunk.
Coffee.
You sent your dude to get coffee. That's right. Right away, sir.
Arlen. Thank you, sir.
Triple inspiration. Keep going. I know where this goes.
I walk out to the kitchen and I'm like, oh god. I'm never gonna drink that much again.
Harlan has a beard now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You make your way.
Here's your magnificent mustache by Garl Glittergold's golden glittering gloves.
Whoa.
It's been growing out over the last couple of weeks, sir.
That's a lot.
Grim is literally like looking up at him.
Here's your coffee.
like, oh,
Bye. I'm
With
busy.
a wooden bowl and wooden stuff.
and
Everything's
like,
wooden.
mouthing. And
Everything is wood now.
Everything in the house.
I reach over.
The frying pan
Actually,
is terrible.
Right? That's burnt.
No, everything is over a wooden fire now. It's just a hearth.
Alright. So like the door knocks and I go over there and I'm like, Graham, it's for you.
All the
Yeah, 'cause it's a
smells of roses.
Fala comes over. Finn. Oh, the people at the door are actually here for you.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Hey, little man.
No, come on. Oh. Fala looks at you guys. When do I tell him?
We tell him every day right about now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just hand him the book.
Finn?
yeah, what's up? What's
Finn? You're my friend, right?
Yeah.
Look, I really hate to be the person to ruin your day. 'Cause
Spit it out, Fala.
you lost your memory. It's been a full 10 day since you returned from the vault.
Okay, sure. Whatever. Okay.
I
It's
told
been a
you
whole
we're
10 days.
cursed.
I show the tattoo, the Manchun gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
I fine-tuned my
he
wrappings
didn't get
of
it done
myself.
last night.
Very cool, Grim. Prestidigitation. I can do that too when I put it on my arm.
Instead of Grim's like hat and jacket, he's wearing like a
can we prove
robe
to him?
tied with like a piece of rope, and like he has like a
Good
crystal
luck, bud.
necklace.
Not gonna
with,
get me
like,
if that
chakra
one,
colors
Grim.
on it. And he's like got
got a total
slippers on, or yeah, like leather slippers on and everything.
You guys, he never believes us until he sees Sunday.
Sunday, do the thing.
Boo. I have advantage against being feared, but I have disadvantage on constitution.
smiling
saves
too,
and
by
that.
the way.
Like, this is probably the 4th time I always puke every time. I say it. Yeah, I just puke every
Looks
time.
like it.
I like kick over and get just get it all out. Get it all out. Yeah.
I walk away, smack the table, go, that's great every time. Just
Oh
like
my
the
God.
first time.
That's not all, Finn. Watch this. Fala takes a gold coin. Oink.
It's something different every time. Throw it at the wall.
I'm
Here.
gonna go feed the pigs.
Watch it go.
Yeah.
That's the fun part.
I just do it. I'm like, here.
And that's one of your memory sequences.
Yeah, like I don't remember any of the whole talking to the open lord, none of like talking to Gotha, anything that happened on the last day we just had, like none of it.
Well, we haven't talked to the open lord yet.
I refuse to remember each day, guys. So every time I pass out from now on, guys, or hit 0 hit points and then wake up, same sequence. If I can
Anytime
keep
you go unconscious.
Yep.
So we're just gonna have post-its all over the house now for you. Here's where your toothbrush is.
Since the raid on the Grauhund estate, Bernard
Grauhund.
Jr. has suggested you lay low till investigations have closed. With a smile and a sigh of relief before continuing on with your day, you have pretty much just spent most of your time waiting for replies of who could help you with this curse. Gotha has actually set up a meeting with you. She finally got in contact with somebody. You're actually to meet with a woman named Vajra Safar.
Okay. One question though. What about the you said that some members of the Doom Raiders, one of them was a traitor.
Yes, it turns out that Schemo Weirdbottle was in fact working for Manchun,
Okay.
and a couple other members of the Doom Raiders have gone into hiding, or you believe may have been killed. But you don't necessarily know who. Now, one of the things though is that everybody give me kind of an intelligence history check.
Oh yeah. You know
Yeah.
who's good at that? So,
15.
Cells.
10.
15, 10.
That's a 16.
2.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
1.
You have advantage. You've lived here for so long.
17.
17.
2.
She's totally thrown. She's totally. All of her old contacts won't talk to her anymore.
Everybody knows, even even Cole has like, oh, that name sounds familiar.
Say
It's,
something like
it's,
the orphan here is like in the corner.
Just not
Yeah.
ringing a bell.
But Sunday is just so into her own world that she just does not
Gotta
give
be it.
any care at all on who this is, which is hilarious because Vajra Safar is the Blackstaff, the High Mage of Waterdeep. The only person who can remove her title is the Open Lord of Waterdeep. She is the who's who of mages in this city.
Well, what did our proficient in history guy roll?
No, he knows. Everybody
Oh,
checked
okay.
out.
But me.
Yeah.
But Sunday.
17.
Okay, 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, one of us
Must be really turning into a zombie.
Somebody who's been here their entire life is like, the who?
Who's the
Huge
black
brain
staff?
fart,
Grim
right?
thinks he has like the best joke ever. He's
Oh.
like, somebody feed her a brain.
Oh, dude, Sunday, do you get hungry when you see the devourers?
Yeah, I'm hungry all the time.
Okay, real quick, let me get what you guys decide you want to put into the Roseland for advertising, upkeep, and all that on top of
What was?
Is it per day?
Yeah. What was the daily revenue estimate?
your daily revenue could be. It could be negative 60, worst case scenario, or it could be 90 gold, best case scenario.
Okay.
So you
let's-
give me how much gold
Well,
you would like to
start
spend.
We'll start off by advertising like 10 a day, and then we'll ramp it up until we stop seeing
Okay.
a rise.
So for the
and then we'll
first
scale
week,
it down a little.
you put out 10 gold
We
to try.
decorate the front of the theater.
That's
Can-
10 gold. If you're willing to put in 10
No,
gold worth,
Is there like a major improvement that we could invest in at this point?
it's up to gold. How much? Like, you can
Like our
tell me.
stage, like
We could paint the theater.
We could upgrade.
can we
the
put a
stage.
second level of seats?
That would be 10
A
gold.
balcony?
Putting in,
There's already
putting
a
in more
balcony.
balconies and
More
more
boxes.
seating would definitely be a lot more than 10
Right.
gold.
Yeah.
Oh,
how
for
much
sure,
though?
for sure.
Finn, you need to work on the seating.
Look, you
what?
tell me what you want to do, or you tell me how much
let's-
gold you want to put in.
Let's get an
Finn's out of
estimate.
work, he can't help
Finn,
anymore.
Get an estimate from the carpenters on what it would cost to add more balconies, just to find out.
To get more
So I
revenue.
get like a guild
Just to get
discount.
find out. I know, it'd probably be a lot, but
Is there another like famous actress that we could try and entice to come to our?
Oh my gosh.
Should we keep stealing people and making our show more popular?
I don't know. I
Okay,
actually
let's just
thought
run
about
over that.
like,
You want to hire a
Yes.
really nice extra actress for this
Yes.
week. You're willing to pay this
special
actress
show.
for this week, special
Oh,
show,
Is it the one I
another
burned?
10 gold? Right?
What she's worth? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Okay.
So for that week, you hire on another actress, 10 gold. That
gotta
actually
get the-
brings in
yeah.
for you.
If we keep changing stuff, we'll get different types of people.
Your theater brings in another. It brings in. I need my calculator real quick.
I'm erasing the 73 bottles of wine from my inventory.
Yes,
Okay.
I'll come to that right at the
Okay.
end. Let's just get the numbers out of the way. So we've got.
I know this isn't important at all, but can I send like 10 of the platinum that I
Oh,
got to
yeah,
Harlan's kid?
300 gold is brought in as a profit for that first 10 day.
Oh, nice.
Second 10 day, what would you like to do? How much do you want to put in?
Let's kick it up a little bit. Let's add another. Let's add another show.
For 10 gold?
No. For more. Let's hire a couple more actresses and actors and put on like a special production
Let's
for
change
like
the menu up a little
6
bit
weeks
too.
or something like that.
Alright.
So you guys
Just
want to try
slightly.
and get some more food in and get some more actors in to make your stuff more diverse and more diverse shows. How much gold do you want to put in for that?
We at least need 10 gold for the food.
Okay.
So it would be at least another 20.
So you want to put in 20 gold?
I
Yeah,
think
if
we
we're
should
doing 2
double
shows a
that.
day.
I see we
right?
could double that too since we just
We
made
gotta-
300
I
in 10
want to.
days.
Yeah.
We're a little over 3,000 total funds.
Okay.
Plus the
Can we?
90 platinum.
40.
I haven't counted that yet. Yeah, we haven't-
We're gonna put in 40.
You can take it.
so
We're
it's
gonna do a
900
special
gold.
production, a new menu for 6
We need
weeks,
one
and
other too
and
for
a
Harlan.
special limited run of what? A werewolf in Waterdeep.
Oh my god, please. Please. Yes, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Werewolf and Waterdeep. Ah, woo.
your guys' production, your change in menu with more expensive foods
Hold on.
and everything.
Alright, we're gonna get sued.
That was 30 seconds. You're good. You're like 10 seconds to go.
You're not, because it's a parody. You
Yeah.
can do the whole thing. You could.
Yeah, I think you have to have permission for that.
Finn Woodman
You
is
don't.
like the most
Ask Weird Al.
copyright conscious bard I've
No,
ever
he
met in
only-
my entire life.
Weird Al only asks because it's the polite thing to do, but he
Yes.
never got permission for Gangster's Paradise,
No.
and Coolio was so mad.
Alright,
But anyways, back to game. For your second week, your new actress, your new menu, your new production, and in-house written play that you put out, you bring in for your second 10-day 600 gold.
People love that one. People like to be scared.
Let's just ride on that. Let's just ride on the whatever we keep spending, the 50
That was 40.
for 40. Let's
can we
just
do
stick with
Ham
40 for now.
Stoker's Curse of Straw?
It's a 6-week menu, so let's just...
Vampire chicken.
Yeah.
It's like
For your third
How about we
10-day,
change our menu when we change? You said 6 weeks?
No, we have
We
to
have our...
we have to
It's a
form
10 day.
Avengers.
Okay.
Basically.
I'm just saying.
All right,
for your third 10-day,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do we call that?
what do you want to put in?
Let's just do 40 again. 40's good. 40's a good number.
Yeah.
What we did last time was good.
Yeah, 40. 40. But what are we gonna spend this 40 gold on, guys?
Can I assist it by doing like a live cooking show, like beforehand?
Does it cost you more money?
It's just the food costs that we're doing beforehand.
Then more or less, you get a bonus if
You know
you're
what?
the one.
We'll call it extra because it'll be like free appetizers, like to the beginning, right?
You can
Okay.
give
If
out
you're
little
putting
4-ounce
in-
cups with
That would make sense, so it costs
food
money.
handlers laws.
Here,
If it's
Just-
it would at least cost 10 gold
just
to feed a full crowd.
it's not here. Let me just explain. It's not a real complicated arc. I see what you're trying to do. Every goal you put in is a point towards improving profit. The fact that you are doing this yourselves is a bonus. So doing your cooking show is awesome. We can just go with that.
Yeah. Real.
But giving it
Let's do it this
flavor,
week.
giving it flavor, which I love and we should totally do every time, doesn't give you a bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like doing like those live cooking,
So
like
you do-
Jackie Chan and Mr. Nice Guy when he's just like passing food out to people in the crowd.
Are you like it's a
Like
cooking
Benny
show?
Hanna,
like Benny Hanna,
yeah.
like main. Can you
Yeah.
actually go ahead and roll a performance check to see if you can get the
Can we
people
do
in the
like?
balcony?
Can we do like over and have gifts under the seats and
Yeah.
shit?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
everybody gets
Yeah,
a fan?
it's like they've got really hot food and I'm throwing it up to the balcony. We'll see what happens.
Dexterity-based performance
Everybody
check.
We
Gets
can
a
have
silver
Grim
fork.
use Mage Hand
I'm using
to
my
assist.
inspiration for
For
this.
and like catch it
within
and
30 feet.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, he can sit in the middle.
I can sit in the middle.
I gotta use.
I'm the
I gotta
mole.
use the inspiration.
Okay,
for this.
okay, so I will let you give him advantage. You don't have to use
That's
your
awesome.
inspiration if you don't want,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
but go ahead. I want to
Mage
see
hand
how
is your
this turns out.
assistance.
That's a 19
Real high.
plus 7.
Good job.
All right, because you do like this special event cooking show, winter's coming to an end, these spring foods are coming in,
They're
and
packed
you
house.
like up on this stage, Benny Hanna style, with food. being,
He's like, yes, yes, son.
Can we do it for like
Yes,
the last
master.
holiday?
like you scoop it up, you toss it in the air, and Harlan grabs it and he tosses it in the air, and then Grim grabs it with Mage Hand and he lifts it up, and by the time that like it went from steaming molten lava hot to like just cooled off enough to eat, like right into a noble woman's mouth, and she's like, ooh.
Yes, beautiful.
I've had this before.
I love the magic.
For the third 10-day of your theater, 900 gold.
Nice.
We should do an encore.
Yeah,
So-
for an encore.
That's awesome.
But that's your theater. That's
Okay.
fantastic.
That was
Everything is going great.
awesome.
You guys have put in the time and money to make some successful events. That was. I'd give you more inspiration if I didn't give you like triple inspiration. By the way, when I say triple inspiration, I mean when you need to roll that D20 check, Roll 3 d20s.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's
a
cool.
triple inspiration. I like it.
yeah.
That's cool.
I hope it's all ones. I just wanted to all be ones later on. So
Oh,
really important.
Then you can use your
that's
halfling
when
lucky.
Grim comes in
Yeah.
and says no.
So
No, it'd
we've
be like the
got
first one.
over $4,000 now
Just from theater profits.
in total.
And we'll fall back on that in a second. Let's keep going forward.
Yes.
Now, the Rosen
That's
Theater
it.
has been doing very well, and Gotha has put in some work for people to do some research into your curses. Her research has actually attracted the attention of Vajra Safar, the Blackstaff. And so you actually have a meeting with her. And she appears. There is a knock at your door.
Do I like sense the
Harlan
magical
coffee.
power?
Run away, sir. I'll answer it.
Somebody give him the book.
I'll answer the door.
No, I don't believe you. Sunday. Oh
Who is it?
God.
Strangely, actually, no.
Hello?
You do not sense a great power outside. If you cast your detect magic, you can see powerful auras from magical items. However, it seems that as Vajra comes in, you see the somewhat common in appearance a woman with a dark skin complexion, a natural curly hair, a powerful magical artifact, but at the same time, somebody who is modest, young, in her mid-30s, and does not seem to be the one who would flaunt their power as so many mages before her may have done.
Hello. Good evening, my lady.
Mr. Timbers, I do presume. It's a pleasure to meet you. She reaches out to shake your hand.
I like make sure she's not wearing any bracelets or rings or anything.
Just like sticks her earrings.
Yeah. If she isn't, I shake her hand. If she is, I'm like, best not to shake hands, lady.
Like fist bumps.
I think you may have heard we suffer a curse.
There you go. Vajra Blackstaff.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. She's actually, from those of you who may know her, Sunday apparently does not at all. Vajra Safar, the Blackstaff, is the youngest
Sheltered.
mage ever to be anointed the position of the Blackstaff. In her mid-30s. And she's like, well, I do think we should get right down to the middle of it. Please, may I come in?
Absolutely.
Yes, my
Absolutely.
lady.
Thank
Totally.
you.
Come on in.
Oh, I wouldn't want him to be rude. She steps in and she sees Fala standing there. It's like, the things I have heard. Magnificent being you are. Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Your friends.
Yes. This is, of course, Sunday Plenty, Finn Littlement, and Cole Paleborn.
Well,
And I somehow
All you see is
it's
just
cool
these
that you know
eggs.
me.
I
Hey guys.
I have looked into the items that you have. May I see one of them, please? I have to confirm a suspicion. She looks at your bracer. She looks at the dagger. Oh my, remarkable! The craftsmanship, absolutely. She holds up your hand. Exquisite.
Right.
The bracers are nice too.
Oh.
I agree.
I like you. Oh, I do enjoy a sense of humor.
I agree.
Well, based on my observations, I believe that I may have some good news and some bad news for you. The good news is that it is reversible, and that the solution that you seek is not necessarily very far away. Even, I believe that.
Please don't say down in there. Please don't say down.
Well, you merely only need to have the touch of Manshun on the magical artifact to remove the curse, and by extension, it will remove the curse from yourself.
Say it again.
Manshun can remove the curse.
Can
Oh great, I'm gonna
screwed
like this
then.
forever.
We killed one already.
Well,
Yeah,
that's-
we killed Banshee.
Well, like I said, it's
Like
kind
the
of the good
curse.
news, kind of the bad news, and now for
What am I
the
gonna have to
more.
do? Beat him with this
How did
thing?
we get here?
Well, now for the more.
Manchun.
I've got more. I like you too. I've got so more for the
bless
good
you.
news and bad news part. is that
that was the good news?
and bad news, and the next part is good news and bad news as well.
Oh, okay.
It's a double feature.
Like a double.
We're used to those.
In the theater.
I thought you would like that. Well, so the other part, of course,
She's funny.
magnificent ring. Truly exquisite work. Man, Shun had quite the collection. I digress. There have been reports from spies of my own and others, adventurers, who have traveled into Undermountain, and it just so happens that there is a school for the arcane gifted in the depths of Undermountain. In this particular school, I have heard reports that Manshun, you may or may not know the story, but he lost his arm to Halaster Blackcloak in a magical duel.
We did.
Well, his arm has been suspended in animation in the school.
Oh.
You merely
High
need
fives.
you merely need to bring the artifact to the hand. It is Manshun, however, not Manshun, but it should be exactly what you need to break the curse.
By that logic, shouldn't we be able to, like, I don't know, just take Manchun's blood and then touch it?
Certainly, if you could find him.
The real one. Or draw, make him bleed.
Any Manshun. Yeah,
Wait,
certainly.
there's more of these things?
Mm-hmm.
The one we killed wasn't even him.
We don't necessarily know how many there are.
One was bad enough.
Indeed, and here in town, another Manshun has actually been thwarted. However, unfortunately, he made an escape. It turns out that he was holed up and hiding inside of the Kolat Towers, but some intrepid adventurers had gone and tried to stop him. Well, he was after some, you may have heard, the Vault of Dragons. Well, thankfully those adventurers had recovered the treasure and the gold, but Manshun has slipped through our fingers. If we had him, I would be more than happy to bring you to him. So, it seems that in order to remove your curse, a little foyer into Undermountain might be...
Well, I don't want to look like this forever, so let's go.
I'm going back to
Which
school.
actually brings me to a proposition I have for you.
Always.
I don't know how much of the gossip of Waterdeep you keep up with. I shall assume none, because you all seem to be quite the pleasant people, and the people who would not partake in the gossip of Waterdeep.
I used to,
Well,
when I can remember. I'm just kidding.
the Open Lord and I are not necessarily on friendly terms. Oh, we're on the same side, no doubt, and we work with each other for the betterment of Waterdeep. However, we don't always see eye to eye. And so I should like to mention that recently she has, about a month ago, asked some adventurers to go into Waterdeep for her. Well, they happen to have a few artifacts of quite power, and I don't know what's going on, but there is a particular artifact that they have with them. We've lost contact, and we expected them back by now. Should you find that they are compromised, not returning, I would ask that you retrieve them of their magical artifacts and bring them back. What they have could actually be detrimental to Waterdeep itself, should it fall into the wrong hands.
What are their names?
Excellent question. One of them was one of the Queen's Guard. Not the Queen, one of the Open Lord's Guard. Reginald. I believe that there was another named, what was his name? Ricky? Freddie. It was Freddie, I believe. There were two more, as well as a large construct, much like the one that you have here. Seeing as how we actually believe that this construct to be the only one in existence within our realm, it would appear that there is another warforged by the name of Executor.
I stare at Falma.
You hear,
I turn to Paula.
like, Fala drops a glass.
Is it wooden?
I walk to Paul.
Yeah, it's a glass. Just
I walk to Fala and I grab Fala's hand and are you okay?
I thought I was the only one. I didn't know that anybody else lived.
Can I roll insight on that?
What? Fala looks.
Have you heard of this Excelsior name? What was the name?
Excelsior. I love Excelsior though.
Does Fala sound like she's off at all?
This
Good
robot's
insight
gonna look
check.
like Stan Lee in my mind from now on.
What I know to ask an insight check there. Does Fala seem off at all?
With your passive insight, Fala does not look off.
No. Then I wouldn't do it. Because I trust Fala.
Well, passive insight is just how you see people.
No, my player, I did that as a player, not as Finn. So
No,
just
it's
keep going.
passive. It's passive. Even if it was, I would tell you anyways, because it's passive.
Sure.
Passive is what you don't ask.
Okay.
For the most part, every one of you believes that Fala is actually completely honest. You know Fala. You know Fala's body movement. Though Fala doesn't have facial expressions, Fala does tense or relax depending on the situation. And you are all able to pick up that Fala is telling the truth.
Is he anxious in a way maybe that
Yeah.
Fala would
You definitely
perceive?
sense that Fala has a type of anxiety, although from what exactly what
Just
detail?
his change
Yeah,
really
just-
quick.
There is a change, a certain change. I mean, you pick that up from the fact that Fala just dropped the glass all over the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Would not be enough to check to see if she was lying.
Executor was
Executor.
No, I don't believe
Is-
so. Because
the commanding officer of a ship that I was on,
good other chances.
which bad things happened, and I believed everyone but me died. Vaj was like,
Okay.
it's terrible to hear, no doubt. Certainly, I wish I was not the one to bring you this news, but
It's not
this
anything.
executor is a very powerful construct, and while we trust executor and we trusted the others, we don't know what's going on down there, and so I would ask that you check up on them. Lord Laeral Silverhand doesn't know that I'm doing this, but well, she may be a little too trusting of people from time to time, and it is my job as the Blackstaff to protect Waterdeep from any and all threats. So please look for signs. I'm not asking you to necessarily go and stop them. I don't need any prisoners or anything. Just look for signs that they are okay.
Okay. Milady, can you just one second? Can we all kind of just huddle up for a second? Can we all just kind of? We just need to talk for a second, the four of us, real quick, if that's okay.
I mean, yes, we'll be right back. Give me a minute here.
Do you guys think she knows about Laeral and the her powers? Do you think we should tell her? Should we?
What would we gain from that?
I mean,
She
here to
does
help
want to
her.
protect the lady. She maybe she doesn't know.
So what would we gain from telling her? What?
Telling her,
We would gain that the lady would be protected and Manchun wouldn't kill her while we're gone.
Wait, couldn't we just find Manchun and just wave around next to Silverhide most of the time?
I don't think she should know.
If the lady needs more protection, then she would have told her herself.
Wait,
Okay.
why
It's
didn't
not. It's not on us to spread secrets
Maybe she's scared, Cole. Maybe. Okay.
or vulnerable. Either
Okay.
way, it's not our decision,
Okay.
right?
I believe that honesty is usually the best course of actions.
Well, if she
But
asks,
I will defer to you guys
then
because
we could be honest, I suppose, but we don't have to offer.
If it was your secret, it would not be on me to speak.
Finley gets a big, 1,000-mile stare there.
So for right
Hey.
now, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. Back to the Blackstaff.
She was listening the whole time.
Yeah.
That's great shit.
Anyways,
I'm not asking a lot. I'm only asking that you check on them. And if you find out that something terrible has befallen them, which honestly I don't expect, we have given them a specific item called a Badge of the Watch. So should they perish, we should know. But
Okay.
we expected some word from them back by now.
all right. And then,
Can we have one of those?
Yeah. Badge.
Yeah. Are we like? Do we get a badge if we go down there?
I
I like shiny badges.
I can make you honorary members of Forts Grey. However, unfortunately, only Laeral Silverhand is able to give out a Badge of the Watch.
frick.
It's specifically tuned to her. Look, I don't need to go into the magical details. I'm sure that
It's fine. They sound cool.
Yeah. Like I've always wanted to be like badged.
I put it like
What's
right here,
is
it
Force,
says, like,
is Force
sheriff.
Grey cool, guys?
here.
I don't know
Here.
about him.
Tell you
It's
what.
different.
Tell you what. My halfling friend, you are now an honorary member of Force Grey.
See that, guys? That's how you get up in the world. You just ask.
It's just like
As a member of Force Grey, I do expect you to always exhibit truthful work for the greater good.
I can still lie when I want to, though, right?
For the greater good.
Yeah.
Look, in times, subterfuge is the way to go, but
Yeah, the greater good.
yes,
The greater good.
for Waterdeep, for the good of the people of Waterdeep, and to stamp out evil where you may find it.
For the greater good.
Finn. Are you done?
So how are we gonna find?
Sorry, guys.
Where do
It's
we
okay,
do we know where these people
Good for you.
entered into the? How do we find them? Do we know how to track them? Do we
I don't.
Do we have a picture of them?
I don't know. I suggest that you enter Undermountain the traditional means through the yawning portal where all the adventurers go.
I hate that place.
I suspect that they may have snuck in through some other route, but Laeral, Lord Silverhand, and I, we don't share much. She keeps her secrets and I keep mine. In fact, she would not be happy to know that I operate Force Grey. I'm not allowed to operate my own organization. Which
Do you have any tips
might
on-
not put you on good terms with her should she find out. So try not to go around telling everyone. Please,
That
please,
lasted.
do that for me. I will reward you if you can bring back any news of them. I worry a bit
Right.
more than Lord Silverhand. I do trust her judgment. She is a great open lord. But I have to do my job. So, let me help you.
I'm
Do
ready.
you have any requests?
Grim, I'm not the most intelligent person. What are we gonna run into down there?
A bigger, better axe.
History check. What do I know about?
Allow me to take it from you, my friend. Let me take it, and I will return it on the morrow.
Okay.
Exquisite craftsmanship, I must say.
Can you give me magic boots that make it so I can run like normal speed, like these people?
I'll do what I can.
Sorry,
Let me
this-
have your boots.
I'm sorry, this is not
All right.
probably not as bad as Sunday though.
She's got this axe and these boots now. Anything else?
This is like never getting them back. Just, I can't wait.
See, I saw your accent.
Anything else?
I need a new arcane focus, something wooden like a staff or something like that.
I can take care of that. And you?
I'm okay.
All right. Thank you, my friends. I shall, as a token of faith, I will return these to you on the morrow, and we shall make steps forward to solving our problems together.
Okay.
And we're gonna take a break.
Take a break.
Little break.
Laughter.
All right, guys.
Now,
Hey,
Live
hello.
welcome.
Okay.
We saved you all the trouble of watching us shop.
Yeah.
So
Right.
here's a rundown of everything we're purchasing.
Shopping is boring.
We're purchasing 3 cloaks of protection. We're purchasing a Periat of wound closure. We're purchasing a lot of spells for Grim. Grim, what'd you get?
I got the spell of darkness, Liamon's tiny hut. I got clairvoyance. I got gentle repose for those dead bodies. I got. What
I got
else
them
did
too.
get? I got darkness for those times when you want to be sneaky. And
Yes.
I got That's it. That's all I got.
That's really a lot.
Yeah.
We got some 30 days of rations that Finn Littlemint is holding on to. We got a bag that is enchanted with Goodberry, which every time we use it, we roll a d20. On a roll of 1, the thing disintegrates, but it's still pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We got 2 goggles of night for our human and our Warforged, so that now we can see in the dark. And that is it. That was a lot of money. It's almost 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
We didn't spend it one dime on our orphans.
They ran
weren't
out.
here.
They abandoned us!
Yeah.
When did they leave, guys? I didn't even know. You didn't even tell me.
This again, we've said
And honestly,
10
I
times.
didn't know they were
orphans.
gone
You
yet.
guys didn't tell me anything. They
My
could be out there in the cold.
They are.
You expect
I don't
me to
care.
think about
I
them in a
ignore it.
time like this? Look at me.
It's not even winter.
Look at me, Finn.
Grim, you own a fucking orphanage, and Sunday you give to orphanages. I don't know that.
You don't. No, you don't remember that.
You don't tell me what I know, Grim. Because look at my hand, it says trust no one.
I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say I grabbed Finn and say you can't handle the truth.
You're gonna have your mind blown.
It makes me think of a show I've been watching. Anyways,
Who am I?
you have spent a large amount of gold acquiring belongings with the help of your friends on Rosethorn Alley of Hilda, Gotha, the alchemist Calendriel, and others. You have
The
managed
black
to,
staff.
Did I get my goddamn boots back?
you have managed to acquire them at discount prices. Your boots actually do, yes, they have been enchanted to give you plus 5 feet to your movement on a turn.
Yeah!
Your battle axe is now a plus 1
can't erase
silvered
it.
axe.
Oh yeah! Guys, I made it permanent. I can't erase it.
Nice.
I never thought it would change. So I put it in an ink.
Your little laser
I love
faster.
it.
Just in ink underneath it, put plus 5. Yeah.
Turn that into a 30.
And so for the most part, you believe yourselves to be ready, and you make your way
About,
towards.
the arcane focus.
Oh yes, that's right. I
It's
forgot.
a wooden bowl.
She
now.
does provide to you an arcane focus. It is
More
a
vessel.
wooden medallion inscribed with glowing runes that have been stained with magical inks and encrusted, embedded on the inside with gemstones.
Warcaster. It's a warcaster.
Is it a warcaster?
Is it? I don't know. Is
I
it?
don't know. No. It's my job as a dungeon master to make you all suffer.
That's
Yes.
right.
It's your guys' job to spend your gold wisely.
Yeah, let's see.
That's right.
All right, so now that I have everything down that
We
you
might
guys
have enough
Wait,
for.
Cole's axe.
It's a plus 1. We might have enough to just buy one. How much is the Warcaster plus 1?
Is that in Xanathar?
No,
Spend
it's.
that money, guys.
Dude, yeah, we gotta spend all that money.
Is it in Xanathar?
That should be in the DM.
DM's guide.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the warcaster?
It's just plus 1 to his DC. It's pretty awesome.
How much does it cost?
To the spell.
It's an uncommon, I think. The plus 1's
Oh, it's an
uncommon. The
item?
plus 2 is
All
rare.
right, your stupid focus is a warcaster.
Thanks, Cole. You're so smart.
Guys, I forgot this.
Like,
Buy one of
So
those.
it just ups the DC for my spell saves by 1. Awesome.
you better believe you guys are just digging yourselves a deeper grave of what I'm going to throw at you.
Okay,
Can't wait.
I buy a mask, and it's just like the one that covers your eyes, like Kato.
One that covers just your eyes.
Kind of like the nose and eyes, like Kato
Okay, like
from the Green Hornet.
right. Oh, one of those. I was thinking like What, you just unfold your bandana further?
Yeah, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
just over the nose so you can't smell Sunday.
Exactly.
That's
There you
what
go.
I thought you were doing.
Yep.
That's
Everybody
what I
else
thought
buys
you were
themselves a plague mask and fill it with roses so you can't smell Sunday.
Oh my god.
You doused
Be
in
plague doctor.
it, trying my
No one
best.
suspects the trip of roses.
Somebody
Yeah,
invent
actually-
strapping clothes.
At one point during the month that we're all chilling, I come to Sunday with a few vials that I have whipped up for her of just some different scents and smells, and I'm like, here, Sunday.
Thanks.
Here's some perfumes for you.
Fala comes up as well. I was like, look, I got you some scents. See?
What's he got?
Some scents.
Okay.
I'm like, Fala, no, stop.
I
Love
think
it.
we have enough money that we'd be willing to spend
Makes sense.
more than normal for another cloak of protection from someone else if we can keep searching.
You only had the time to find the 3.
Alright, yeah.
Perhaps on your next return to
Okay.
Waterdeep.
Because we've got 2,300 left because the
Bottom out.
spells were half off.
Nice.
So we're good to go.
What have I done?
What have I done?
Well, time to correct this. Let's see.
Yeah.
Who
I
likes
remember that.
demons that eat magic items?
Yeah, who wants
You guys
to?
immediately walk through an anti-magic field.
Not much has changed for
Nothing but
Grim,
beholders.
just so you know, I have plus
Dead
1 to my
magic
AC
from here on out.
and plus 1 to my spell save DC. That's not bad.
So you all travel from your home, setting off for your new quest, looking for the familiar locale of the Yawning Portal. Through the late winter rains, you finally arrive at the warm establishment known for the gaping maw in the center of the tavern room. Durnan sees you, recognizes you, vaguely, gives you a knowing nod. Once again, you nearly bump into the barmaid as you move through. She gives you a friendly smile, and the revelations continue. It appears to be an uneventful night at the Yawning Portal, with the exception of the occasional rowdy crowd that cheers and jeers as another foolish party descends into the depths of Undermountain, lowering themselves down with the mechanical winch. You make your way up to the counter, catch Durnan's attention. He looks at you, sees your backpacks, your provisions, and your equipment. He's like, all right, another lot going down into the darkness, huh? What will it be? Going down for the day? Think you're gonna go down here and retrieve another bauble or trinket? He looks at you again, one more quick glance over. No, you got a different look to you, don't you?
And that's right, Durham. Fine place you have here, by the way. Great establishment. Huge hole in the ground, right there in the big circle with the crane, and it's nice. I mean, this place freaks me out, fam.
Well. I can see that you all have a different cut about your caliber. You're not just going down there to prove yourselves to some drunken lout and come back with a couple of baubles and rocks, are you?
And then there's baubles and rocks. There's some of those down there.
Listen, all you in here.
Here it comes.
We're about to go down that stinking hole. All of ya.
The entire place goes silent.
You remember this? The the Rosethorn Guild. We're going down there. We're coming back. We're gonna be full of more treasure than any of you could even imagine. Hold on. Any of you even imagine. Remember this? The Troop of Thorns. I'm wearing my mask at this point. I throw a bunch of feathers, like not feathers, but roses into the crowd.
I make the sound of like
Bravo,
thunderous applause.
Minor illusion of
Minor
pause.
illusion, yeah.
Your illusion ends. The entire place is still silent. People kind of look to one another. Eventually, one man in the back says, 500 gold, they don't come back! And the entire place just immediately picks up again, and you hear people passing.
That bet.
Somebody like writes down your name. A couple people behind the bar, they start writing stuff down in bets, and they're taking all your numbers on who bets you will and will not be back.
Gold if we don't come back.
I bet on us coming back.
That's a sure win.
500 gold that you come back.
No, I'm gonna get like 10.
10 gold, you come back. So the entire place continues on as business as usual. This is nothing short of everyday behavior at the Yawning Portal. But Finn, there is a tug at a sleeve on your arm. You look over to your side, and there is the friendly barmaid. Her name escapes you. You don't quite exactly recall.
Yeah, a lot of stuff escapes me recently.
She wears a green.
I'm pregnant.
Who are you?
She wears a green stripe.
I'm not Finn. I pull out this fake mustache. I'm Jin.
Sorry, I had to.
She has a white blouse with some green overcoat on of sorts with some stripes on it. She says, "I'm sorry, sir. I didn't quite gather your name. What was it?"
I didn't give it.
Right. What is your name?
Finn.
Finn. Look, name's Bonnie. While you're down there, can you do me a favor? Some friends of mine have recently gone down there and well, they haven't come back.
Maybe I know.
She looks at you. Look, while you're down there, I have a couple friends. They're doppelgangers. You might not know them when you see them, but before you go about killing people, could you do me a favor and try to set some people back home on the right path?
You have my word, little lady.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I put up my little hand.
Shake hands. Durnham looks over at you and says, "All right." As Finn is talking to the barmaid in whispered hushes, Durnham looks at you and says, "You know the terms and conditions, right?"
Actually, I don't. May I see the contract?
No, it's not a contract. Here's
What
how
the
it works.
hell? In a place like with a big hole in the ground like that, and there's no contract. How have you not been sued?
It's a huge
They don't
safety
come back.
violation, isn't it, Grim?
This is why I hate this place, you guys.
It's an unspoken word around here. Here's the thing. You're going to pay me gold up front to use the winch. I'll lower you one at a time down into the deeps.
A freaking winch.
Don't you have Featherfall?
It's barbaric.
Even
What
with Featherfall,
he does.
I'm going to charge you. The thing is you got to come back up.
1 minute.
Now here's the thing. Yes, you could use magic to come back up and I won't charge you anything for that. But if you want to ride down and you want to ride up, it's going to be 2 gold each way.
I mean, that's reasonable, but
2 gold,
damn,
that's
man.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, just fucking pay.
Fine. I can't pay it.
Alright, here's 20.
That's more.
He takes the gold, looks it over, hands back the extra.
What? No, you're supposed to take the rest. It's
Just
just
keep
bribe.
No, I'm going to put down a bucket. No gold in the bucket. No trip up. How am I supposed to know it's you?
Wait.
How am I supposed to know it's anybody?
Oh, so you
What
leave
does
a bucket
matter?
down there all the time?
I'll lower. There's a bucket lowered. When anyone's down there,
So
you
you
might
just
look over there. You see there's a rope hanging over. Okay. You tug on a rope, it'll ring a bell. We bring up the bucket, and it's going to be gold for however many people need a ride up.
Wait. Why does it matter if we pay you now or then?
Because if I pull a bucket all the way up here and there's no gold in it, I'm not lowering the winch.
Yeah, but what if it has like this cool badge on it and I show it to him?
Great. Then somebody killed you and is looking for a free ride up.
Then they get it, right? Because they
No,
put the badge.
they don't. Everybody pays. That's
Okay,
not how-
so you don't give out like IOUs?
Why do you gotta argue?
Sorry.
Why do you gotta argue?
You know what? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I forgot that this was. What was your name? Did I hear Finn Littlemint? This is Finn Littlemint's yawning portal. Great. I'm glad I can retire. Finn Littlemint, everyone. Finn Littlemint is taking over the yawning portal.
The quick folk, I tell you. They're full of themselves.
Okay.
I just go wait by the hole.
So it's,
He leaves.
so it's 10.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least take some gold for the drink, the beers.
Don't give me nothing.
Reaches over, slides the coin over to his side, puts it in a pouch behind, drops it in an unseen coffer. You hear a clunk.
Around for
Speaking of
everyone in
which,
the house.
I'm going to the bar, ordering the largest drink alcohol beer that they have. I want a big glass of it. And we're taking that down with me on the winch.
It itself is another 2 gold.
And Finn wants to buy everyone around.
That's a lot more.
Yeah, I know.
Your friend might be drunk.
Yeah.
Money first. It's at this point, actually, Grim, that you feel a little bit of a bump into your sleeve as well, and somebody puts a hand on your shoulder. And you look over and then up, and you see that there is a moon elf standing there. She is dressed in a lot of blacks. She's very beautiful, seems to be a very young moon elf. And she looks at you and says, I've asked everyone else, and I have to ask you as well, please, sir, if I might have a moment of your time.
Yeah.
While you were down there, I'm sorry, I get ahead of myself. Allow me to introduce myself. She puts her hand forward. I am Sariel Amasolaro.
That sounds very elven.
Yeah.
I was to be wed. Was.
Congratulations.
It's the first time anyone's congratulated me on me telling them I was to be married.
Well, I just, you were accepted at one point. That's nice to know that somebody loved you that much. I've never had anyone offer to marry me, so I'd be happy if they did.
Gnomes are long-lived, a little bit, compared to humans. This time, don't give up hope.
It's true. My time may have... What do you need?
Well, I've hope for you, and I hope that maybe you have hope for me.
Sure.
My betrothed has gone missing.
That's
The details, to put things into perspective. You see, he has... Well, there was a bachelor party of sorts, and that's how as he would say, that's how every great story is told, and that's what he told to me when he went out with his friends. And they came here to the awning portal. I believe that they were only coming here for drinks, and it would seem as, well, what I've been told is that, well, they got a little too drunk, and they hired some friends, they hired some of the patrons to take them down one final night of adventure into the depths of the dungeon.
Okay.
So,
Smart.
from what I gather, there were 9 of them. My husband, his 3 other friends, and 4 of the hired mercenaries from this establishment. 2 search parties have gone in search of him. Only 1 has returned. The other has not. My former soon-to-be, his name was Varys Sylvanar. He was a half-elf. Is a half-elf. I haven't given up hope yet. Varys Sylvanar and his 3 other friends, by the names of Arturo Talisher, Gilles Gombraken, and his dwarven friend Vondel Lodestone. The mercenary names, I'm afraid I didn't gather, but they're... Well, I know in my heart that he is alive. He has to be. And I know that I can offer to you, should you find him, please, brave gnome, I can see that you are a caster of great import and potential. My husband would not be amiss if I were to offer you the dowry that he was promised in exchange for his life. As you can see, my husband, my soon-to-be, and his brothers and his comrades, they were nobles. It is a substantial dowry. Nothing short of 2,000 gold pieces, 100 platinum pieces, as well as 5 gems of aquamarine and carbuncle, each worth 100 gold pieces. I'd give it to you for his safe return, or at the very least half, for proof that he would not be coming home to me.
So you just want you just want to know of his fate, or bring him home?
Bring him home with his shield, or upon it.
I can do that, my lady. What was your name again?
I am Sariel. Sariel Amasolaro.
Sorry, gorgeous name.
Thank you. Your kind words.
What if he's using a bucket?
Cole looks around for anyone else with a yellow exclamation mark above their head.
For real.
There's a guy with a hat. Upon closer inspection, they're just fishing lures.
Yeah.
No more quests. Okay, let's go.
Right.
Sunday's just like with their new goggles.
Right.
And so, one by one, you deep delvers descend into the dark depths of Undermountain. The wench lowers you down one by one. The crowd cheers and jeers for you as well. Many people are betting that you'll never be back. Many others are like, I'll bet they get eaten by a troll. Ha! Nah! I'll bet you 50 gold he comes back with prickly points in the back of his head from a manticore. You cringe at the poor pronunciation of that poor dope. Others are like, nah, they're going all the way to Skullport. Bet you anything. And they cheer as you descend into the dark depths.
Parade wave to everybody as we go down.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with that one? That one's just going down there to meet her mommy. Right? They're like, a quick, that was stupid. The guy next to me was like, I'm sorry, I'm not much of a pundit. And you go down and down and
Slightly
down.
remind
Do we
me
have
of
to like
somebody.
get artifacts from places that we go to prove that we went there? Like, is it like a bumper sticker, like
Badges or like patches or something?
or like it's like one of those like ride tokens, like every time we go to a certain
No,
place,
no,
like,
you
they punch the hole.
No, you come back and people can read on your shirt. I went to Dwemercore and all I
There
got
we
was
go.
this stupid shirt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, that proves it. That's the only place there's only.
It's the only place. And so, one by one, you stand at the bottom of a large shaft of a tower, long since forgotten, barely in condition. Down at the bottom of these depths, Fala leans in close to Cole, almost like a child would, who is a bit of afraid of the dark, but also at the same time adjusting these goggles.
Me too.
Kind of afraid, but also amazed at the fact that Fala can see in the dark.
Cast light.
You cast light. It illuminates the area.
I hope it blinds them. It's like
You're able to look around. Do you have dark vision?
no,
No, they only bought goggles for 2 of them, but not you.
I know.
Oh,
I asked him. He said he didn't want any. He didn't.
No, he said that there were only 2. So let's go.
You didn't even let me learn this. Take this spell. You prefer the darkness. You're a psycho, Finn Littleman. What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you here?
Why am I here? You guys woke me up this morning and said we had to go.
so you're standing at the bottom of this massive, massive tower. The stone brick of it is still intact enough that it really does not create almost any of a climbing surface. Somebody real skilled in climbing could probably make the ascent back up 100 feet or more, but here you stand at the bottom. Feet on soft sand. You move around, each step kicking up bits of the grains, revealing the occasional bone, a dropped trinket, empty bottle, burnt out torches. You look around and you see that the entire area, the bottom of this yawning portal itself, is adorned with shields. Old shields of other warriors that decorate it. You see the glyphs and house markings, or even bare, crudely painted shields of barbarians, from noble houses of the richest to the plank boards of the poorest. One of them, you see everything: ravens, trees, lions, wyverns, all painted on these. One of them, blue shield with a white windmill painted on it. You walk around, kick up bits of bone. For the most part, it's pretty ordinary down here. There's bits of graffiti. You see a couple of things like the triumvirate was here. You see another that says, eat now at Whiskey's.
Nice.
A couple of other unusual things, just bits and pieces painted here, graffiti, tokens to tell that former adventurers had been here. Some of them with the macabre image of being written in blood even. There appears to be one exit.
I
leading
pull
down.
out some chalk and I put Sunday Plenty.
Grim. Or perhaps you should check to see if there's any magic items or
I could do that. I'll take a minute and detect magic. Just look around.
Taking your time to cast your spell of Detect Magic, putting out your chalks, your sigils, writing the lines, and sorceling the area. Your spell comes to a climax. The magic radiates around you. You look around. There's nothing new. Only the items you have brought with you. As you do all this, though, a tiny bit of a broken sword hilt has adhered to the back of your hand.
Thanks for trying.
It's all mundane. There's nothing. Thank you.
Ah!
I like adjust my robe, tighten my rope belt.
Dude, throw on that shit.
Yeah. All my cool clothes are in my backpack.
You got burlap on.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Some hemp.
Alright.
So,
Is this us?
So yeah, there you are. You've got, this is your new map. Here we go. Deep Dark Dungeon Descent.
so there's just a tower in front of us? Is that what I'm understanding?
You're at the bottom of. So
at the
there is a
bottom.
single tunnel that leads out of it.
Oh, I see.
Everything
The
in
Yarning
here,
portal is on top of that one spire of the castle.
Gotcha.
everything that you can see in here, the walls and everything are cut out of stone, directly from the stone. It appears to be dwarven skill on it.
Okay.
It's very finely cut. Everything, every hallway is unlit. Every hallway is 10 feet wide, and every hallway has an arched tunnel from side to side out of smooth stone itself.
What's going to be our order?
This isn't a mine, it's a tomb.
Every tunnel is 10 feet high as well.
Okay.
So 10 feet wide, 10 feet high.
10 by 10.
Okay. Guys, I need just one more. I'm not used to casting them this way. I need to summon a familiar real fast. So I take another 10 minutes and I cast summon familiar.
I cast invisibility.
Casting invisibility on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what your spells look like.
Grim pulls out another little chunk of wood here. Let's see if I can find a cool one. And he casts invisibility or find familiar.
I disappear.
And I summon a spider.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, those are cool.
Bam.
That should give you inspiration for putting your time into that. Give me just a quick second.
I didn't do it.
What cooler than
I don't get inspiration.
my
I didn't
wand.
do it. Sierra did. Yeah.
Just a second.
Yeah.
The spell focus here.
Oh yeah, you brought a wooden spoon, so that's cool. You know, but you already have triple inspiration, dude. So
Those are cool though. Those wooden cookies.
they wooden cookies, man. No.
Oh no.
They're
no.
just called wood cookies.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we forgot to buy potions.
Oh, did we?
Well, I didn't mark them down. So what did we want to buy while he's out of the room?
I think Sunday had said something about 4
I can't wait for that.
greater
2 each.
potions
quick.
of
One
healing.
of 2 each, yeah.
2
2
each.
each.
So that's 8.
Yeah.
How much are greater potions? of
Oh, those are all 500 apiece.
healing? Oh, so that'd be too much. That'd be
Yeah, you
like
might as well get like
4,000.
4.
I've got 2,300 left. That's the only thing.
That's enough for 1 each.
Yeah, what if we gotta pay for something down here though? We're not gonna be able to go get fun bucks. I mean, what if the money inside of Undermountain is only specifically for Undermountain? Like, we can't
They're
just
like
exchange
tokens.
it.
Under mountain tokens.
Yeah, right?
I mean,
You gotta get those
I have a
Undermountain fun
lesser.
bucks.
We gotta
I have
at
one
least
less than
have
myself.
some regular potions of healing.
Yeah, I
like at
have
least a
one right now
couple.
on me.
I have 1 potion of greater healing right now. That's it.
Sorry.
Guys, I'm ready to just keep going.
We need at least.
Do you have a bag of good berry? It literally will make anybody who
I
does
mean,
not get
I would have liked 1 greater for coal. So that's 500 gold.
Yeah.
I think so.
You guys are already in the hole. It's too late to buy things.
No, we remembered before you were here.
Yeah, like we already bought this.
Whatever, we can talk about it later. All right, so where do you want to go?
Straight.
You only got one place to go.
Only got one way to go.
Down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Sunday, you want to take the lead?
Yeah, you can do it. Just don't move it because I'm.
I am invisible now, and
Yeah.
I will just grab onto Cole's tunic.
That's fine. It's not a tunic.
I have.
It's a kill.
It's a kilt. You can grab on the cloak.
Oh, dude, you got like a cool cape?
Yeah, it's cloak of protection.
Yeah, I'll grab on the cloak.
Okay.
That
While
thing-
Grim was doing his
like, this is
fine
really
familiar
fun. Where'd you guys
ritual or
get this?
whatever, I want to investigate the hall to the corner, to the turn, for traps.
There's just one tunnel, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Give me a d20 roll. Investigation or perception. It's perception.
Do you wear like no shirt but like still a cloak?
9.
Yeah, it's all ties.
It's like defeating the purpose. Chris.
Perception.
Yeah.
You don't have any wisdom bonus?
No, it's 4 plus 4, so I got 9. I rolled shitty.
What trap?
I'm just looking for traps in the hall while I'm
Oh, yeah,
summoning
good.
the spider.
Okay, so Sunday
And it's obviously I
start scouting ahead.
Just to the corner.
Yep.
You make progress as you descend into the dark depths, now able to see with your super cool night vision
They are
goggles.
neat.
You get to the corner and you kind of peer around. You look and you're checking everything for traps, and you look around the corner. You see that it does continue to go down even further. Your dark vision only able to let you see out to 60 feet,
60 feet.
I believe is what the goggles do.
Yeah.
And you see that it opens up into a larger, more chamber-like hallway.
Okay.
It kind of opens and zigzags a little bit. You can actually start scratching stuff off. You guys want? Should get you guys like a super cool coin to do
Like
this
a little
with.
scratcher.
Oh,
Yeah.
like the beholder one? In the Kraken?
Scratch off some of that hallway. 60 feet. It opens up, I guess.
Just keep going until you get to a chamber, basically. It doesn't take too long. Okay.
Yeah, fork. Of some sort.
Meanwhile, everybody on the stream gets to look at your gorgeous hand.
Look at that hand model.
Why me a mouse?
You need to model the hand. The old
Yeah, it's kind of.
Price is Right. The old
Hand models. We're just built differently, you know?
It'd be interesting to see how much of this uncovers over time.
right?
Okay, so it looks like there's a long corridor,
Yep.
and then some steps, and then a room.
Yeah, there you go. Right
Larger
there. That's
chamber.
good. Just like that. That's the larger chamber that you see. In this particular spot, you don't see a lot of the detail. However, you do see that there appear to be these little, almost an alcove, but it's more of a boss relief
Okay.
set into the hallway, going down the length of the entire thing. Beyond that, you can't see what leads into the darkness.
I will go back and wait for Mr. Spider to show up.
Okay.
At which point you are done casting your ritual. Your familiar is all set.
This time I summon a more like of a standard sized tarantula, except it's like midnight blue. It's like indigo. What? Yeah, I better roll my quarter dice.
And then
Right?
All right, and then do we want to? What'd you see Sunday? Anything
Let's go.
worth worried about?
Well, we kind of have to go this way. There's no other direction, but the hallway opens up to a larger chamber area.
Okay.
And I'll just snoop around for a few minutes.
Next time, cast an invisibility on Sunday. Say that from the darkness.
Right?
I cannot even hear what you just said.
Yeah.
I said next time, casting invisibility on Sunday.
Okay.
Forward.
So I will send my familiar 30 feet ahead of us, and just tell it if it sees anything that looks threatening to come back right away. Tell me.
As it moves down into the hallway,
Do you want me next to you?
Sure. We can
it
do
creeps
that.
down across the floor, hugging the wall, moving into the much deeper, darker parts of the dungeon. And it's supposed to come back to you.
Spiders everywhere.
How far do you want it to go?
30 feet ahead.
30 feet ahead. Continues to walk out there, then walks all the way back. Doesn't detect anything threatening.
Okay. Seems like it's safe.
Let's go.
Keep it 15 feet ahead of us.
So you take a very slow approach. The spider stays ahead of you at all times.
Hey, Sunday.
Yeah.
We should use that pole. Tap the stones in front of us.
You know, I want to make sure that the spider understands I mean threatening to us. Not necessarily itself, because I know there's things that aren't threatening to it that may be threatening to us, like enemies or humanoids, things of that nature. That's all.
I love it.
I turn back and I'm like, hey guys, didn't
The
Paul
spider
get a
thing.
sword? How come she's not cursed?
The lightning sword.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Anyway,
Keeping going.
Maybe she is.
Moving forward, as you get into this larger chamber, you're able to see at the end, you do see that there are indeed some steps down there, as well as you hear a kind of sound. It sounds like crunching. Let's see,
Bones.
it's definitely audible. You know that there's something down there and something is crunching on it. Based on if you want to roll for it to try and identify, I might let you know that. But as for what you see in this part, with what your vision allows, there are indeed boss reliefs going down the length of this hall.
Okay.
On each side, there are a few different types. Each one depicts a different type of a demon. There is actually a skeleton on the floor of something humanoid in shape, but with a bird's head. It has been pretty much... yeah, but it's been disturbed.
Oh.
It's no longer like how it died. It's more like things had come up and moved things around.
It's been rearranged.
Sort of. Not in any intelligent fashion, but not or purposeful fashion. But it is not how the creature would have died.
Okay.
Bones are scattered all over the place.
Like something ripped it to shreds and tossed it around and maybe ate it and drug it off somewhere.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Natural 20.
This is from post-mortem. It had been dead a while. This is something that came through and just disturbed the bones. There's actually no real damage to the bones. Nothing had feasted on them or crunched on them or done anything like that. But however the creature died, it's been moved around.
Okay. Interesting. Something is obviously has been here. I mean, I don't know why they're moving, but dead creatures around. They are. So we gotta keep our heads on a swivel. So let's do each.
Are you saying this loudly?
I'm saying it about as loud as I'm saying it right now.
When I hear the crunching sound, since I'm in front, I make everybody stop and I go stealth.
Give me a d20 roll.
26.
I'm not even gonna roll.
Does he hear me slamming a coal?
We're not moving very fast.
Doesn't matter. I can't see anything. It's still just like run right into that ass.
You have a light spell going.
Oh no.
You extinguished it?
Yeah, I can't cast light and have invisibility going. Concentration.
Yeah, I think dancing. Is light or is dancing lights?
Nope, it's light.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak up to the edge of the stairs next to the wall and peek down.
Yeah, the only one doesn't have lights, so that's why I said I have a helmet on his kill.
You get close to the top of the stairs and you look over at to see what is up there. Following the source of the noise, the sound of the crunch.
So the stairs go up or down?
They go up, but only a few feet. They raise up to a type of a dais in the middle of this hallway. As you look forward, you see that there are some dead bodies on the ground. They look like they may not have died recently. In fact, this looks like the site of some scavenging that is going on.
Okay.
Looking forward, you see that there are these two creatures. They are roughly from tail to beak the length of a man. However, they coil like a snake. And at the end of this snake's, what would be its head, is an eyeless beak. And around that beak are 4 tentacles that reach up and out. And as this creature feeds, the tentacles reach out and grab this humanoid-like corpse. You can't tell what it is. Something that walked on 2 feet. Grabs it, pulls it in, and you hear this sickening crunch of this beak bite into the long dead body.
Still just fine over here. Don't see anything.
You can see 2 of them.
Creep back. Whisper quietly to Cole what I see
Right.
in his ear.
You can say it out loud. It's a whisper.
Okay.
You told me it's a whisper.
Yeah. There's 2 creatures down there. Scary. It's horrible. They don't belong here.
Based on Sunday's description, have I ever heard of this?
Probably not a whole lot from where you are, so go ahead and give me a d20 roll. We will see if you can beat 16.
What am I using?
Intelligence check.
I got a 15.
Oh, just missed it.
Close.
You're like, Golem? No,
Maybe.
that's not right.
That's
I think it starts with a G.
Survival check. Have I heard of anything like monstrous like this?
Maybe
Animal handling
Oh
check?
man, survival is really pushing it. Animal handling. They're kind of
Is this more arcane?
well, they're not a natural creature. Not really. Well, sort of, I guess.
Shh. You're giving too much away.
They're monstrosities. So it's not a creature of nature. It's more like where magical forces have contorted nature.
So do you want to try an arcane check, or do you want me to do a survival check, or
I'll let you do a survival check if it's intelligence based.
Are they
Okay.
serpents?
Can I
They're
check?
not serpents.
nothing?
What is
Yeah.
this thing that we see here?
Just give me an intelligence check, and you can apply whatever bonuses you think might justify
In
it.
my description.
Well, obviously I just got here, but I mean, 22.
So you do recognize the description that Sunday had given to you. It is a worm-like creature that, if stretched out, could be the length of a man. At the end of its worm-like body is a beak that has 4 tentacles coming off of it as well. You know it to be called a grick. And there are 2 of them down here gnawing away on some dead bodies.
Those steep delvers are familiar with these filthy little gricks. We come across them in the mines every now and then. They're man eaters. They'll kill you.
Oh, well, there's no man right here.
good one. I look around.
Cole's a man.
Oh, he's a different kind of man.
Well,
Still man.
half.
No kind of man they're gonna be eating. That's
That's
right.
right.
It's Cole.
A woman knew I like
Is
me.
Cole half human or half orc?
I step away from our group as they get louder and louder with their chatter. I'm kind of holding on to Saul at this point.
All right. Is there reason to think the ground between us and them has traps?
Maybe to the bottom of the stairs.
Is there a way around this thing?
No.
It's just a corridor.
Go ahead and scratch off the area with the stairs.
Is there a door at the top of the stairs, right?
At the top of the stairs, from what you can see, there is actually the tunnel splits off in 3 directions. One in front of you, and then one to the left, one to the right.
Okay.
There's little diocese in the room, you said?
Those are pillars.
Pillars. They go all up to the ceiling.
Yep, all the way to the ceiling.
Okay. And it's 10 feet across, except for inside the room.
Each
it's
one of
like
those
20
little
across.
squares is at
Yeah.
10 feet itself.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's. Yeah.
So every square is 10 feet, so. I'm
Okay.
looking at probably 20, 30 feet.
20 feet. 20 feet from north to south, and it's 30, I think, from east to west.
All right, Sunday. Assassinate away.
Are we gonna fight these things? We're gonna kill them. How many are there?
They're evil.
Okay, they are. They're gross.
Dude.
Okay.
Hey guys, you don't think these are doppelgangers, right?
Why? What does that have to do with anything?
The lady at the bar, she asked me not to kill any doppelgangers.
What? That sounds ridiculous.
That sounds like something a doppelganger would say. Are you a doppelganger?
No, she seemed really nice, guys. She just said like, hey, don't kill any doppelgangers, please.
Doppelgangers are like people.
I smell him to see if he still smells like cookies.
They
It's Finn.
they pretend to be the person they killed.
What does that mean?
That means they take on. They look like someone else. Could be you. Could be Sunday.
Can we talk about this after we kill the worms?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. What'd you get?
I think we should pick up some bone. Throw them so they'll be distracted. That way I can get behind them. Sneak attack.
Well, I think you might be able to sneak attack
Just a
right now.
surprise.
They haven't even noticed you.
Yes. Let's do that.
So you're gonna sneak up.
I am going to sneak up.
I can't give you advantage. I can't give you
Do you
bardic
want us to stay
inspiration.
back?
You got this.
Can you come up close so that way I get...
Well, mechanics-wise, if you're first to act with assassinate, you get
get
auto crit.
Oh,
You don't need anyone
that's
near.
right. I forget about that.
So mechanics-wise, fucking swing away, my man.
Just attack.
But I do have 40 feet of movement now.
Oh, shit.
Wow! Damn! Where'd that come from?
Barbarian, man.
Love it.
Barbarians are awesome. So
Okay.
I'll stay at about 40 feet.
So,
Stop me when I get to 40 feet.
let me add this up first.
Okay, Sunday,
So-
attack. What are we waiting on?
Sunday stands there in the dark, sizing up for appointment.
It brings the
Okay, okay.
brings the abacus out.
2 plus 3 times 4 plus.
So I just got to roll to hit, right?
Well, I don't know.
No.
You have to probably roll another stealth.
Well, I'm pretty sure
You're
you
going
gotta
to
sneak
need to
up.
roll another stealth check.
Okay.
Contested.
20.
Oh, damn!
There it is.
Sunday disappears from our sight.
Where did she go?
Just cloak up, and it's like gray, and it has this brick pattern, which is really weird because the walls are smooth. But then it disappears. No, yeah, you're fine. So you quietly move, and you carefully tread each step silently, moving forward to get to the closest stone pillar to keep yourself concealed. You get yourself within 10 feet of the first creature. You can hear it gnawing away on the body at its feet.
Okay. Attack it.
You rush out from behind, weapons at the ready.
Yep.
And
14.
14. That's with your advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a hit.
Alright, so it's an auto crit, right?
Yeah.
So that's automatic. 40 hit points.
You have to roll dice still.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So it's 40 plus your roll? How is it 40?
Well,
You only have 2d6 and a d8.
oh, okay, you're right. So it's
Should be 12. It's 20 plus whatever you roll.
yeah. 9.
So 29 plus you get your strength bonus on top of the 29.
Dex.
Or dex.
But
So
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
So plus 3 is 32. You're at right now. Roll your d8. Nice.
Nice.
You were right.
so 11.
40.
40.
40.
That's with your main hand.
Yeah.
Now you get a roll to attack
Splat.
again if you want with your
You can
off.
roll to attack the second one if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, because the first one explodes?
We'll see. Hey, what was that?
It was cocked.
It was
20.
I think it was a 20 though.
it was a 20.
Yeah, re-roll that.
17.
The second
Yeah,
time?
okay, we'll take
20.
the 17. We don't need that second natural
That'd be
20.
20.
Okay.
Actually, I think all attacks before the enemy are all crit.
Shut up!
I think they are. He doesn't get sneak attack again, but they're all crits.
No. 7, 11, 12.
I think, right?
12 total?
Assassinate.
12
All-
damage total?
All
that
your
one?
attacks before they go are crit.
See, this is so confusing.
Assassinate, man.
Leveled up and you're not used to it?
Yeah.
What? Come on.
You don't get to roll
So
sneak
you
attack
don't
again.
get the sneak attack again, you just get your rapier damage plus
My
the
rapier
dexterity
Okay,
bonus.
yes, that's 12.
So it's an auto 8 plus your 3 is 11 plus your roll of whatever you roll.
12.
Whatever you roll.
Plus 12, so
7.
it's 24.
24.
23, sorry.
Okay, yeah. 23.
Yeah, because it's 11 plus 12.
Yeah.
Total?
On the second guy?
Yeah. Total?
23.
23. I want you to tell me what it looks like when you kill the first one, and I want you to tell me what it looks like when you attack and damage the second one.
Well, since it's a rapier, I sneak up on it and
Cut its filthy
right into its beak.
Yeah.
Just a
This creature with its tentacles
Right to the head.
rips off a piece of flesh and begins to try and down. And as it's like guzzling this chunk of rotten flesh into its gullet, like the rapier comes up out of the darkness, you're into it, twist the blade, pull it back out. The other creature rips up a part of the flesh and kind of like turns to acknowledge that you're there, but before it can act, you rush up to this one as well, and with your offhand,
slice it.
your dagger comes across, cuts into the worm's belly, and it lets open a cry for help. The meat drops to the ground, and Cole, I believe you had it ready to action.
Yeah, because I was 40 out, so I'm going to rush up and attack.
This one
Fell off.
40 out from the first one.
I was
40
I
out.
asked him to get me about 40 feet from the action, so that's
We'll go with it.
Yeah, so I closed the gap and hit him.
You rush in, closing the gap, getting up to this second Grick that has let out a cry of pain with your now enchanted +1 axe
I rolled a 21 to hit
as a hit.
and do 12 damage.
12 damage.
The first attack, is he dead?
How does it not die?
Oh, that's a 20, so that's good. That's another 40 damage. It doesn't kill it.
Wait. Does he know that if he hits it again, well, it's a...
So tell me how you try to kill it.
So I just bring the axe down right to split its skull open, and right at the last minute, my blade like turns sideways, and I just flatten it, and it's just unconscious.
It's at 1 hit point. It nearly goes unconscious, but it begins pulling itself back up a little bit too. I'm gonna let one of you guys take a reaction to try to finish it off.
Ooh, I will certainly firebolt that thing.
Yeah.
Grabbing my medallion and whispering a few arcane words, I shoot out a firebolt.
I whisper to Grim, nice kill still.
Natural 20.
There you go. That hits. So as Cole, you stand over this worm creature, which should have cleaved it in half. It smacks onto the stone ground. Blood and grotesquerie squirts everywhere, but the creature seems to just not have died. It starts to rise back up in desperation, and as it looks like it might take some sort of action of its own, this fireball lights up the hallway behind you and crashes into the creature, who throws its head back and collapses backwards onto the ground.
Smells delightful.
I take
It lets off a terrible, burning, earthy smell.
takes 11 damage.
It's enough. It was at 1 hit point.
Yeah.
And so now, Cole, you truly understand the impact of your curse.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, I can knock him down, I guess. Nice shot.
Thanks, Cole. That was-
Nice shot on all of you guys. You guys did good. Good job, everybody.
Oh my God! Do you think anyone heard that?
Yes. Stay silent for a minute.
I hide
hear any
against the
noises.
wall invisibly.
How? So is it just a straight corridor further down? It opens into this big room.
Scratch off some
actually?
more.
Okay.
Scratch off what you think you can see.
Stealth again.
So we're in the room
I
here
trust Sunday.
with
She can
3
show us where we're
exits.
going.
With 3
So
exits.
straight left or right.
16 on my stealth.
Are they doors or hallways?
So I think
Your
I'm
halls.
stealthing.
They're halls.
They're halls.
Anything special about them, or are they all the
Go
same?
left.
Any markings?
Every direction you look, the stairs go down back
So
to the
left
original
this way?
ground level.
Yeah.
They all move out into the darkness. Each one itself is another hallway of sorts. The only one that looks different is that the hallway directly in front of the path that you came from appears to be slightly different. In that, in this particular hall, you see that there is
It's a long hallway.
a series of niches cut into the stonework. And from where you are, you believe you can see that each niche, 3 feet deep, there is a wall on the back.
Can I check for traps?
It
That's
continues
the one in front. Of
Yeah, straight.
in front of us.
So I think
Oh.
we're going left. Did we get a direction? Oh, that's north. So we're going south.
Yeah. No, I told you guys can scratch off in any direction you think you can
So
see.
we're moving south.
So you can scratch off some of the north one and some of the...
Oh, it's because we can
60
see it from
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and scratch off what you believe your character can see, which is something like 6 squares for one of you, maybe
Yeah.
12 squares for the dark vision. That goes out to 120 feet for some people.
60 feet.
I can see 120.
For some people.
For some people.
I can see 120.
So, 12
Scratch
squares.
the whole map off.
You can scratch off 12 squares anytime you come to a hallway.
There you go.
Okay.
So I see the weird niched hallway with the
Interesting.
sort of dead-ended walls, little alcove things, sort of. Okay. But what? Just a straight hallway to the left. That's the way that.
Yeah, and for the most part, a straight hallway to the other way. Although it looks like it has more halls that kind of move off away from it.
Well, we already said we wanted to go left, so I'll send the spider off to the left.
Not about the spider.
Spider goes in front of you, keeps its pace for 30 feet, was it?
Yeah, 30 feet. Do you want me to roll a stealth for the spider?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It's got that stealth spider.
That's a 3.
Do you have any like?
Not very.
So is it like dark? Do I get advantage or anything for being
Dark.
a spider in the dark?
Spider in the dark.
Not if a creature has dark vision.
Fair enough.
And that would just give them disadvantage on their check to perceive you, so.
I mean, I'm not really sure how like loud the spider is. I guess it's just not being very like it's just like skittering around, obviously. Like
Spiders don't make a whole lot of sound.
yeah, but it's just being creepy.
Right.
It's giving off that spider vibe, unfortunately.
No, it's stinky.
Instead
It's a
of
stinky spider.
yeah.
It smells like cheese.
Yeah, it's almost like to all animals they can smell them. It's just saying like, eat me, eat me.
Every time I summon like a real spider, it's just like incredibly wrong because I normally summon like the little metal ones, you know. I just haven't figured this out.
So it comes out blue and smells like cheese.
Yeah.
Awesome. Blue cheese spider.
Sunday, why don't you scout ahead to the south?
Yep. Okay.
We'll just do marching order.
Yep.
Do you want to do like 10 feet in front of me?
Sure, yeah.
Like that?
I whisper out to Cole, keep an eye on all the other doorways.
Alright.
For the most part,
So?
it doesn't seem like a whole lot down here is really that dangerous. You keep going, and your nerves start to kind of settle a little bit. You're not comfortable, but this isn't the scariest thing you've ever done. It doesn't feel that threatening. And you traverse down to the end of this hallway, where you come across a spot where it looks like there is actually a shovel and a pickaxe, poor quality, leaning up against the wall. Beyond the shovel and pickaxe, the hallway, as it has turned a little bit to the side and then further on for another 10 feet, ends in a tiny little crawl space tunnel. It seems that this was formerly a dead end, but somebody has crudely excavated a crawlway through. Where it leads, you don't know. Your spider begins walking into it a little bit, keeping its distance 30 feet ahead of you. And the tunnel zigzags a little bit this way and that. Does your spider have dark vision?
We're not in Underbound yet.
I don't know. I'll have to look at that.
Regardless, your spider doesn't really pick up a whole lot down here that's threatening. You want it to go beyond the 30 feet?
Depends on
Oh,
whether or
the
not
stone.
it has dark vision, but I don't.
For now it does. Keep going. Do you want it to go further?
Yes, I want it to go. I want it to go another 30 feet.
It protrudes to the end of this tunnel, and once it arrives on the other side, it opens back up to the familiar-looking stone tunnels that you are standing in currently. However, at the end of this one, your spider kind of looks around, and you peer through your spider's vision to see what's going on, and it is able to pick out a statue. This massive stone statue of good quality skill has carved out the form of a nude woman who stands in an artistic pose atop a pedestal. The statue itself rises up a good almost 9 feet in height. However, the statue itself is missing its head. Looks to have been broken off.
Star right there.
Can I make like a history check to see if I can recognize what the statue is or was from, perhaps?
Yeah, but before you do so, you do pick out there is one other thing in this room that is kind of unusual, is that there are the, not mummified as in ritualistically, but mummified as in old and dried out naturally,
Oh yeah.
body of a goblin. You can tell it's a goblin, and it would appear to you that its head, cause of death, was crushed by something.
So this room doesn't like heads. I tell my spider to come back
Okay.
and wait for us. Come back 30 feet and wait for us, and then I relate to everybody what I just seen, which is a. Well, let me get that
You got
history check.
Headless peoples. Headless stuff.
Natural 20.
The history on the sculpture?
Yeah,
Is it like a goddess or something?
yeah.
It doesn't appear to be anything important at all.
Nothing important. Okay, just.
It's a pretty just generic artistic
All right.
sculpture.
All right.
Stick to the main halls.
So there's a ruffian wall here, and it just leads to this.
Let's just stick to the main
This
halls.
has to be a shortcut then.
Yeah, I mean, well, so there was like a goblin. There was like a goblin in there. He had no head. The statue.
Is
no
your detect magic still active?
head. I don't. I cast like find familiar after that, so no, it's not. But we can.
Just on a hunch, I shoulder that pickaxe. Just gotta keep it.
Okay. Sounds good. Are we gonna try to go down this way then, or you say stick to the main tunnels someday?
Well, it is a main tunnel now. This link's from the other one.
Okay.
So this originally was a
Let's go
dead end here, and now it's here.
Let's go down there.
Squeeze through the tunnel.
Yeah, let's do it.
So what I'm guessing is like at some point, this must have doubled back.
Okay.
One of the earlier two.
Take the shortcut or don't take the shortcut?
Shortcut looks dangerous.
Yeah, they usually are.
I usually figure
Main hall?
they skip danger, so you don't have to like go through traps.
Good point.
Two different schools of thinking here.
Sunday, you want to squeeze through?
Yeah.
Check it out?
Yep.
Okay.
Sunday, you make efforts to
Squeezing
get
through.
down onto the ground and squeeze into this. For a person of your size, it is actually a squeeze to get in through this tunnel.
Oh.
It's open enough for you to crawl into at first, but then there are more than a few spots where you have to get on your belly and really squeeze into it, shoulder your way through. You have no doubt in your mind that Cole could make it through on his own as well, but it's a slow pace, and everybody is listening, and you're communicating back to them on your progress. Nothing yet, made it this far, still alive,
Right on.
kind of.
Stuck.
And then you finally get to the other end.
Tight.
You pull out of the tunnel and you get to your knees and scrape off some of the dirt, stand up, and you are face to no face with a headless statue.
Okay. Come on through, guys. Look around the rest of the room.
Looking around in this area, you see that there are doors that lead off in two other directions, as well as there is a substantial amount of rubble from whatever it was that was digging this tunnel.
Okay. Okay.
I'll start.
Come on through,
I'll
guys.
start squeezing through.
Why don't you little ones try and go through first?
For Grim and Finn, for you two, it is much less of a squeeze. You're able to move through here at a pretty comfortable pace. The two of you come through on the other side, up over a pile of rubble and into the room, and you stand at the knee of a statue on a pedestal.
Side note, did you say the lightning sword gives off light?
I don't remember.
I think you did.
I may have.
Damn, like 10 feet?
I believe so when it's pulled out of its sheath.
Okay.
Can
Fallen takes the goggles off and gives him to Grim, or gives him to Finn, and pulls out the sword. Says,
Okay.
This is good enough light for me.
Oh, is that what Fallen says?
Yeah.
That's a really good impression, Fallen.
I mean, this is what you do it.
Mr. Littlemate, I don't think I'm afraid of the dark as I used to be. I want you to have these.
Whatever happened to your glow ball?
Oh, I have that too. Actually, it's in my pack.
It's okay.
In times of danger, the sword will do it, though.
Will Fall fit through?
Yeah.
Take the damn goggles.
I put the goggles on.
If Cole can fit through, Follow can fit through.
I can now see.
Alright, I crawl through.
My life has been illuminated.
Wait till we're all in.
One by one, you make your way through this tunnel. You come out to the other end and step into the darkness of this next dungeon. Upon entering to the next area, Fala does unsheath the sword. Unsheath the sword? Just show she can shoot.
I gotta shoot the sword.
Yeah, she unsheaths the sword so Fala can see well enough, and it illuminates the area with the cool, staticky blue of electrical energy.
Oh yeah, when we're in the goggles, it's just goggles floating in the air.
Smells like electricity.
Because you haven't had them, so there's a big visible pair of goggles.
I like it. Thank you.
I'd give you inspiration again for that if I could, but I
I'm jumping on roll.
No, you're
taking it away now.
You're doing great tonight.
Yeah. Okay, we got 3 doors.
What do we do now?
Pick a door.
I pick up a rock and throw it. Which way does it go?
The way you threw it.
Doesn't work as well with sticks.
Pick a door, Cole.
Yeah.
Can we search the statue?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception search.
I will investigate or search the room.
21. Perception search. If it makes a difference.
It's a 4 for me.
Looking around the room, this way and that, checking the doors, checking for anything that might be a trap or anything unusual. The only thing that you do come across actually is that in the rubble there is a bit of smooth stone that looks too smooth to be part of something that was excavated. You reach over and look at it, dust it off a little bit cautiously, but you grab it and kind of lift it up a little bit. You see that it appears to be a head, and as you pull it out of the rubble the rest of the way, it reveals a cobra head, which looks like it would fit the break atop the statue. As you lift it up, you kind of compare it, and you look like that. This came from the statue.
Alright.
Let's
See if it fits.
As you pick it up and put it up on top of the statue, the crack lines up just right. The statue
comes
had a cobra
alive.
head. The statue itself was of some sort of yuan tea.
Oh, long tea.
It is still, you believe, just an artistic piece.
Glue it together.
With or without the head? What do you think, guys?
Man, you guys have like PTSD or something.
I don't know why. Characters though.
That's 6 months in the
Well, the first 15 days that we met, we were surviving every day to stay alive.
Yeah.
So, just a little
Trust
bit.
no one.
I'm like,
I look back at my hand again. It just says it again. It's just, trust no one.
I've been down and searched the goblin.
Okay.
Give me a medicine, survival check, something like that.
Survival? 5.
His head was crushed in.
Okay.
Nothing of any value.
Great.
my God. Okay. So,
So we go left.
Pick a door.
okay.
East or west, my man?
East.
East is towards you? No, east is towards me. Got it.
Yeah.
So that's the double doors. Are they...
You guys should flip it for me so it's easier for me to see, because I have my book is like mirror image.
Yours is north that way?
Yes,
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
this will make it easier for me to follow along.
Check for traps on the door. The double
Yes,
doors.
please
I'm already
You
giving
said
you that
double
with
door.
your search.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
You got a great search.
Kick
so.
it open.
Right?
Yeah, that works out well.
Hey, Finn, you want to kick it?
No.
Yeah.
I say as I was like,
Is
pair
it
of
locked?
floating goggles looks at me.
Is the door locked?
By the way, every once in a while my eyes go down.
It is not locked.
Just like staring at the floor.
You're heading which direction again?
We're here,
Yeah.
and we're going east, which is now
Okay.
John.
Finn.
Perfect.
They can't tell from the camera.
That way.
So you open the door?
Yeah.
Did you check for traps?
Yes.
He did.
All right. Oh,
Quietly, cautiously, slowly.
There's a direct
Can I
pathway
oil
to
the
the
hinges?
straight,
I'm kidding.
and there's a turn to the right. When you
The doors themselves have been very meticulously and carefully carved out by dwarven hands. They glide on the hinges that they are on.
Sweet.
Over all this time, seemingly not needing oil, they have been so carefully crafted.
So,
Though the stone
I'm like
themselves,
being careful and they just go,
though the stone themselves probably weigh thousands of pounds apiece, you can push them open with a
push
hand.
them open.
Wow.
Push
And
one
so you
open.
see that the hall moves in two separate directions, and you're again faced with another choice.
Hey guys, won't it be funny if we can't open these from this side?
It moves in two directions, huh? What do we see? I'll send my spider down that way.
South.
South.
Excuse me. Just spit a little bit.
Spider moves to the south. It turns the corner, and there is actually the gentle glow of illumination down here. As it moves closer to this hallway and into the area, you're able to see that it is in fact brightly lit by flickering tallow candles that line the entire hallway. The corridor is very clean, very very devoid of debris, stone, dust, footsteps, corpses, anything like that. With the exception of one particular area, there is a small. Is it there? Sorry.
Right now.
So, do you take the spider all the way to the teeth?
30 feet. That's been kind of
Yeah, that's okay.
standard.
So now we can
Yeah.
look both ways.
Yeah. There's nothing. Nothing at all on the floor. In fact, the entire area, the stone, the walls, and everything, with the exception of the candles and the alcoves that they sit in, it all looks like it's polished stone. Very
There's further.
cleanly polished.
Okay.
You can go further this way. but that's past 30.
Seems to be inhabited. There's candles down there. Somebody lives here, or comes here. Should I go further, or
Let's go talk to him.
let's go?
Start moving.
Let's go.
Yep.
Head in the direction of where my spider went.
Go ahead. Go ahead and scratch up some more.
And
You move into the area.
I gotta go, guys. I'm cold.
Yeah. Which way?
whichever direction the spider went.
So he stopped right here to a right-hand turn, and then he went down here, and that was past 30 feet, so he stopped.
Keep going.
So you want to
Keep
keep going
going.
this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is
so
a door there.
We're gonna, yeah, there is a door there. We're gonna file in and start moving down this way.
Yeah.
And so spider's gonna keep going straight.
You can see all of these.
Stop.
You can see all of these candles here float in tiny little alcoves. Nothing is holding them up but the magic of their creation.
All right.
They continuously drip wax down the side of the candle. I don't know what it's called.
Sconce.
The candlestick. No, there's no sconce. Nothing holds them up. They,
It's just floating in there.
yeah, it just floats. The candles. No candelabra. Candlestick is what I meant to say. Wax drips
Okay.
down the candlestick.
Oh, it's not
Gets
sitting in it. The candle itself
floating.
isn't sitting in it?
nothing.
Okay.
It floats in
It
air.
drips down the candlestick,
Can I
and where does it
reach
go?
out?
Drops down the
Grab it?
candlestick, gets to the bottom of it, and looks like it drips, but nothing drips off of it. And then it just continuously, you see another glob of wax begin to melt down the side of it, pool at the bottom like a drip, and then it just kind of sucks itself back up.
You guys see Cole reach for one.
That's what I wanted to do.
You have a second to tell me to stop.
Cole and Sunday both, out of curiosity, reach out and grab a candle. The wax itself is hot to the touch.
Yeah.
It gives off light. You hold it in your hand and look at it. As you do so, the wax begins to actually drip down, and then this time the wax drips off of the candle and a little plip
On the ground.
as wax falls onto the ground.
Put him back in the. Put him away.
Just looking.
Cole, put it back.
Put it back.
I'll put it back.
See, this is where you all start to discover that you're not in Tomb of Horrors.
Right?
The candle did not, in fact, send you to the elemental plane of 9 deaths of hell.
Yet.
If it didn't drip on the floor, I was actually going to keep it.
As you pulled it away, you see that it begins to drip on the floor. As you put it back, it kind of like
Everything.
readjusts itself and kind of bobs a little bit as it kind of settles back into its magical area.
Grim tries to blow one out of curiosity.
It blows up.
No.
How recent were people here?
Okay, keep moving.
Can't tell.
Okay, so there's
The
another
walls, the
corridor
floor, the
here.
ceiling, everything is polished clean.
Like
And,
creature does
alright,
it?
so we can go into this doorway here.
Sorry,
There's the end of this hallway, which is dead end. We should check that out. And then if we don't want to go in the door, we can go this way. And there's 2 more corridors.
Let's check out that dead end.
Okay. Do a perception check at the end of the hall.
Good.
Yep.
I'll try it too.
9. That was crappy.
18.
Aside from the fact that the walls in here are completely polished and clean, nothing unusual.
Nothing.
And is there a door at the end of this? That's just a hall. It's
There
just
is,
dead end.
there is a door, but not at the end of the hall.
Not at the end of the hall. So there's nothing down there. Just
Along the
dead
hallway,
end.
there is another door. This one opens out towards you.
Okay.
All right. Check it out.
Open it
up.
If you open up the door, you peer inside, and
Interesting.
More candles.
it's actually a completely empty, tiny little area. There's nothing in there.
It's like a cabinet.
Okay.
Closet?
Room closet.
I mean, this place was some sort of like a
Go down the
castle
hall.
or a keep or something, right? So, any indication of what this room might have been?
I'll take off the pickaxe that I grabbed earlier and throw it in there.
It clatters onto the ground, strikes the wall, and then rests upon polished stone.
Well, that was going to do something interesting. Alright.
Good.
I reach in and
It's
grab
okay,
it.
Cole.
And you pick it up.
Your hand comes off. Come on, man.
Alright,
we
back
don't
on
know
my back.
that.
Go down.
Alright, let's go.
It's funny to watch the PTSD holding you all
No
back.
doubt, right?
Yeah, man. Like we're all survivors.
Go down to that first corner or the junction.
Okay, so we're here.
We
We're up this way.
But at what cost?
Another turn.
Go ahead and just keep scratching that off. You go around the turn, you look around the corner.
Is it
We look here and here. Which way do we want to go?
It looks like it's a
That way.
Get them both.
This is.
Okay, so dead end at 26C.
So as soon as you come around that corner at 26C, there is something unusual on the ground this time. It appears to be some sort of unusual looking jelly.
Oh god.
It's chunky, but it sits there upon the ground,
My magic items are
Some-
Did you
completely unresponsive.
It's just jelly. I investigated.
It's very clear. You almost could have missed it.
Look on the
However,
ceiling. Look up.
however, it's all on the ground and got weird chunks to it.
Look up.
I do look up.
Polished stone.
Nothing.
I investigate the jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Is it alchemical in nature?
Tell me how you try to discover that.
I take out.
Key on it.
I take out a couple of vials of some of the things that I have. A little bit of acid, a small vial that
butt
some
juice
of you
on it.
might recognize as Muckety Muck 99.
Oh, 99.
Pour it.
No!
Just
What are you doing? Are you
I
mad?
put like a tiny little droplet of it on it and sort of stir it around.
There goes the dungeon, Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a cure.
Pour in some of the acid
rolls out.
and it goes. It makes a hissing sound as it reacts with the jelly. A few of the other ingredients, and they kind of like sit in there, and they themselves kind of like, they don't hiss like the acid did, but they kind of like sizzle a little bit. They have some sort of an unusual reaction, a chemical reaction to be sure. As you take the bottle of Muckety Muck 99, and you unstopper it, and you carefully lift it over the jelly, and 2 drops escape out. You see it kind of ripple throughout the jelly and begin. And it begins taking up this unusual form. It shifts several different colors, and it kind of rises up in this unusual podling of sorts. Rises up and tries to reach out for you.
Oh.
And we'll play again next week.
Nice.
You put Muckety Muck 99 in it.
Hey,
This is gonna be fun.
I've been saving that.
It was fine until the muck.
Yeah,
What's
that supposed to do?
Johnny Five's alive.
Did Follow level up to 5?
I may or may not have already updated Fallow's stuff. I don't know, but I will take Fallow's sheet and I will take a look at it.
Okay.
I gotta do a couple of changes to it, anyways. I think. Lightning Sword.
Thank you everyone for the subscribers.
Yes.
We had a massive bump this week.
Yeah.
It's awesome
People
stuff.
are watching. I hope we're all entertaining. I'm entertained. It's fun to watch these guys try to move forward from the horrible torment of the Tomb of Annihilation.
It's not an act. We are all actually that scared.
They are horrified of this
Yeah.
Real.
somewhat non-threatening, somewhat threatening dungeon. I mean, like, there are some nasty surprises in it, but man, I don't think they're gonna find anything that's just going to one-shot you. Not like what you're expecting.
Well, it was just a castle, not a tomb made by a lich. to
Still
kill
not
everyone.
holding my breath on that.
We haven't gotten to that level yet.
You haven't gotten that far.
Yeah.
No, this
We're gonna find it.
is fun. The anxiety that you're all having is,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
It's very hot.
Yeah, we haven't even found Skullport yet.
It's very hot.
It's gonna be
Just
fun.
remember,
Man,
if you see an orb in the water, don't shoot it.
we could make money just by hiring a guide to get you through, to get
could.
people through these spots, like, stress-free.
We could just hang out down
No,
here.
it's cool.
The first couple levels, we
Yeah.
got you.
It's cool. Come through.
$1,000 a level.
So, thank you as always to the people who help
Thank
support us. Thank you as always to viewers. Thank you to 2-minute tabletop, tabletop audio. WizKits for making minis, Wizards of the Coast for making our game, the people who come here and play
All
every
of our
night, Chris for your
followers.
fantastic hard work on putting together this. You've done most of the work on this, hands down.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Daniel and his friends for the art.
Yeah.
I could go on and on, but thank you to everybody.
Twitch for
Thanks for
letting
the
us be an
followers.
affiliate.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, we're
really
an
cool.
affiliate now.
That's really
Yes.
cool.
Go ahead, if you have not already done so, you could always link your Amazon Prime account to us, and I believe it really doesn't cost anybody anything to do that, right?
You get one free subscription to give out as a Prime member for free. You just make a Twitch account. You have to click like 2 buttons to link it with your Amazon Prime, and then
Super
you
easy.
go to our Twitch and click subscribe.
Yeah, that helps us a lot. So we
Yeah.
appreciate any and all help that anybody could give us for making this fun hobby something that we can do.
And
Thank
it is
you.
free to use, so yeah. Cool.
Oh, there he is.
Sorry guys, I need the restroom.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.